Yo, yo, what's good? What's good, people? Kels, what up? Eat 32, Shadell, what up? Marks P for life, what's happening? Kim Chi, what up? Monterey Barber, what's good with you? Molly, this grown folk conversation. Young Star, Miss Queen Aries, what up? Said Sincere, what's good? Yeah, y'all. Relationship resolutions for 2023. Hmm.
Thank
Relationship
you.
resolutions. Brown Eyes Crystal, what up? What up, family? Relationship resolutions. Bossed up, 909, what up? Barbara Criminal. Dang. Barbara Criminal. What kind of cut you putting out there, player? All right, let me see. Tracy Pooh, 81. Official touch by Tim. What's happening? What's going on, everybody? All right, so y'all know we coming into the new year, and this is a very fitting topic for this particular live, and it's what is your relationship resolution for 2023? And that relationship could look different. It could look like your relationship with yourself, your relationship with you know what I mean, your God. It could be your relationship with a partner or a potential partner, a future partner. You know what I mean? What is your relationship resolution for 2023? Before we get into it, of course, we're going to hit our intro. So, Cherie, you get us started with the intro. Miss Steph, 2022 _ S. Haney, what's happening? Calm after the storm.
You get started. Now, reading the darn how to everybody.
I love my kids. 13th Street, what up?
Yeesh.
Eesh. What's the deal? We about to get into these relationship resolutions. Is it the relationship with your money? Is it the relationship with your God, your spiritual relationship, your love relationship? What is it? What is your resolution? Or is it all those things? Kevin Staple, what's happening? Okay. For anybody that's new, just starting out, my name is Jamal, and up top on your screen is my wife Cherie. We've been married for 12 years, and we had a really hard, you know what I'm saying, 12 years, you know what I mean, in our relationship. But around the time of COVID, we had a breakthrough, and we just kind of started working more at our relationship. And we just been trying our best to just get better at being a union. And we're not perfect, nothing like that. We're still a work in progress, but a channel like this or a live like this is something that kind of helps us with therapy, and it helps everybody else too, because we just share. We had grown folk talk, and help us to get a more communication when it comes to relationships. So without further ado, comment in the comment section all day. If you want to take a step further, then hit the question box down there. Well, it's like a little cloud. Hit the question cloud down there and type in your question, and then we can all see it. If you want to take it a step further, you can actually tag in so you can be on the live with us on, you know what I mean? And voice your perspective or your opinion about whatever we got going on. And then also, if you want to take it a step further, you can use that airplane right there, and you can share it to just to some people that you think might be interested. All right. So we're gonna get started. You know what I mean? Also, y'all, hit up emojis, hit up like the little icons and stuff like that too, so we can know when we really, you know what I'm saying, hitting on some key topics or whatever the case may be. All right. Green Light Lou, what up? Angel Jax, what's happening? All right, so the topic for today, anybody that just came in, is, you know what I mean, relationship resolutions for 2023. So how does that look for you? You know what I mean? What relationship is your personal relationship with yourself? Is it a relationship with a partner? Is it your relationship with your finances? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like? So Cherie, when you hear the topic, Jeff T, what up, youngin? Jeff T, you tap in whenever you know what I mean, whenever you ready, man. Relationship resolutions is the topic, Jeff T. You know what I mean? Joe Mo, what up? You know what I mean? Relationship resolutions. That's the topic today. You know what I mean? What are some things that, you know, you want to strengthen coming into 2023? Y'all see the hearts going up? Anytime we hit on something that y'all want to, you know, that y'all feeling, hit them hearts or hit the 100s or hit the fire or whatever, just so we can know that's the topic that we're going to rock out with. You know what I mean? Or kind of go into a little bit more. So, Cherie, what you feel about our topic for this Wednesday, relationship resolutions?
So, I mean, we had a couple little topics because normally I do the poll thing.
Mm-hmm.
But this time I was just like, I think, this would be a good conversation to have because the new year is approaching, and a lot of times everybody had their New Year's resolutions for themselves and things like that, and I never really hear nobody talk about resolutions for their relationships, how to do things different with relationships that they have with other people, work people, relationships with their spouse, relationship with financially or whatever, but mainly like, just the person that you're with. So I think that this is a good time because we're normally having wars with men and women on here, just trying to change up the dynamic of, doing some positive things that we can do and change in our relationships toward going into a new year. So that's right, Jomo. My resolution is to find a relationship. That's right. See? You got to do whatever different that next year that you're doing this year. You got to do it different.
Yeah,
You
so
can't
that's
do
the
the same thing.
question, Jomo. What so for the resolution to work, so for the resolution to work, bro, you have to change something. You know, you got to change something this upcoming year that you didn't do last year. So you said my resolution is to find a relationship. Cool. So what are you going to do differently this year that you might not have done last year to find, you know what I'm saying, a good relationship? You know what I'm saying? Or even just a relationship. It ain't got to be good. Sometimes you just need the exercise. You know what I mean? You need to kind of put the work in. You know what I mean? So that's a question for you, Jomo. What could you do differently this year or this upcoming year that you didn't do last year so you can find that relationship that you're looking for? All right, Cherie, tell us more about I mean what you feel about, you know what I'm saying? Or tell us about your relationship resolutions for
No,
2023.
relationship resolution is not to kill Jamal, y'all. Psych. Um,
Oh, so Jomo said real quick, Parker up. What up, family? Um, so
Trust a little more.
so yeah, so Jomo said, all right, so his resolution is to find a relationship this year, and he said trust a little more. Come on, brother, you know you can't trust the. Hey, come on, hey, beloved, you know you
Don't
can't
listen to
trust
him.
these. Listen,
Don't
brother,
listen to him.
come on now, that
Don't
ain't gonna
listen to
get you.
him.
That ain't gonna get you what you're looking for. I ain't.
Yes, it is.
Come on, try a little hard. I know it sounds good for the
Everybody is not
people.
the same. All your
I know
past
it sounds,
relationships is
but
not
trust
the
is not
current
going to get
relationship.
you there. You see what I'm saying? Okay, we're talk. Well, go ahead, Mal. I put that first. Trust. Whoa, that's you got to get to that, player. That's you don't lead with that. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
Nephew, what up?
Yes, you can. You can't be comparing all your relationships to your past relationships. That's what you need to do.
But you also got to learn from them too. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, learn, but you can't compare them. They all not the same.
That
That's the
totally,
problem. That's why
totally,
That's why he's still
totally agree.
single.
Totally. How you gonna tell this man why he's still single? He said he need to trust more. He wasn't trusting. No, I get it. You know what I mean? You got to
But
trust a
why
little
wasn't
something.
he trusting? He wasn't trusting because he was holding on to some stuff from the past.
He was trusting because that's what the cards that he was dealt. Sometimes you got to play the hand that you dealt. Nephew, tell him.
Anyway,
We just got finished playing spades the other day. Nephew, tell him you gotta play the hand that you dealt.
that is not why. Why are you single then?
Yeah, Joe Mo, tell him. Hop
Why
on,
you
Joe Mo.
why
Hop on. Hop
why
on.
you why you why you not why are you single then? And where you at? Let me call you out. Let me go
Hand
ahead and
up.
call you out. Let me go ahead and call you out since.
Yeah, Jomo, where you at,
Well,
man? Hop on this, John.
hold it.
Let's.
Don't be trying to get.
What?
You supposed to answer the question. You ain't answer the
We gonna
question.
get to that? You never even answered the question. We having that Jomo right quick. Yo, bro.
How they going?
Yeah. Go ahead, Cherie. You can answer your question and I'll go.
Um. So my relationship resolution is to improve being more friends in my relationship. Like him a little more.
What's he talking about?
It's like no, building a better friendship with my husband. I think that should be something that we work on this
Yo,
year
you be
for New
listening.
Year.
Damn, yo, you really want this to work, don't you?
No,
You,
not really. Don't get yourself hyped up on here because you will get your feelings hurt.
yo,
Okay.
she really, yo, that's what. So you was listening. Okay,
That's what's up.
I'm
all right,
always
man.
listening. I'm
All right.
always listening. Remember that.
December 2, what's happening, 2?
I just do what I
I'm just
want.
speaking to the people. What's up, 2? Miss Bria, Chef,
I do what's deserved. Let me say that.
Mrs. Henry.
You know what I'm
Green light,
saying?
Green Light Lou says you have to make personal changes to attract someone different. I agree with that. Lou, I'm big on that. Lou, I'm big on that. On like making personal changes because sometimes, you know what I mean, we literally just attract people to us based off of the energy that we produce. So you could be producing positive energy, you could be producing negative energy, or whatever the case may be, and be attracting the same type of person. And you're like, damn, why I keep on bumping in this type of person, this type of, and it's like sometimes when you make a change within yourself, it'll be a different type of person that, you know what I'm saying, would be attracted to you. So, you know what I mean? I do agree with that. I agree a lot of this stuff really starts within. You know what I'm saying? But Cherie, on some real stuff though, that was a good joint. You said you wanted to work on being like just the friendship in our relationship. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What else you were saying?
That's all I said. I didn't say anything else.
Oh,
Because then you start saying all this other stuff.
I know, I was drawing a little bit, but you know, go ahead.
Killing the vibe, so I don't like them now.
Here we go.
Anywho, no, but
Here we go.
Let's go. Let's
well,
go.
no, but yeah, that's just one of the things that I do feel like, if we improve that, then everything else will fall into place.
Okay.
Baby steps.
Okay. All right. That's respectable. Ladies, that's a really good thing. You know what I'm saying? To build that friendship with your mate. You know what I mean? Because yeah, like a relationship, you know what I'm saying, is like a job, right? But the jobs that I really was most productive was the ones that didn't feel like work when I got there. So let's just say I had a homie like Joe Mo, you know what I mean? And we working in the lumber yard, we might play our little music. We might, you know what I mean, get our lunch break, or we might have something going. We gonna work together and have fun while we working. So next thing you know, we done got all kind of work done, but it ain't feel like a job, you know what I'm saying, in the process. So I think building a friendship with a relationship, it does make it, it makes the time pass, and it makes the work, you know what I'm saying, enjoyable. You know what I mean? So I respect that. Joe Mo, talk to us, man. You're 20.
No, don't
I
try to
thought you was
jump in with
done.
Joe Mo. We gonna jump into you first.
No, we
Okay.
don't have to. We don't have
No,
to.
we are too.
Go ahead, Joe
We
Mo.
go first, then the guest.
Relationship resolutions for 2023. Talk
See
to
what
us.
I'm saying?
Who I'm listening to? You or Cherie?
You listening to me. I know I
Joe
got you.
Mo.
I got you. That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Joe
But
Mo.
but this particular time, you know what I mean? It's talk to
Yo,
us.
he's trying to
You
get
know what I
over.
mean?
It's like, no, we
Oh
listening.
man, I don't know, bro. Like I said, just my resolution. First, I gotta get a relationship, then I get in my resolution. I mean, it ain't hard. I'm bullshitting. Like it ain't hard. I'm picky, but you gotta be picky these days.
Oh
Mhm.
my God, where
I'm
are y'all
saying, you
finding
already.
these people?
Oh, they out here. They be at hair salons and
No, that's true.
nail shops, eyelash bars, all that type stuff.
I
No, they
laugh
be out here.
hard. Where
Yeah,
do you be at with these places?
So
Cause
let me
I be,
ask you a question, Joe.
yeah.
What's all right? So here's another question. Like, where do you think is going to be, like, you know what I mean, a place for you to, I mean, to get on your hunt? Like, are you going,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, is there any particular places that you have in mind? Like, you know
So
what I'm
all
saying?
right, I gotta go outside, bro. I don't be outside, man.
Okay.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to find somebody with the things I do. I just go to work, come home.
Mm,
Um, I gotta just. I said I was gonna start hitting little happy hours, nice Johns though. I ain't really trying to be in the hood.
You
okay.
go a little more.
Yeah, you know, a little more class in my step out game. But I don't know. I'm just looking for somebody that's cool. You know what I mean? Somebody I get along with. Somebody talking about something. I ain't trying to talk about the shade room. You know what I'm saying? You know how our conversations go more. So
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, I mean, I need somebody a little open minded, as you know, they ain't gonna judge me off first conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
But
that's about it.
where would that be? Is
Where
that the
would that
bar?
be?
Is
I don't.
that the
Honestly, I think it's gonna be off of
Social
like a
media.
hookup, like
Okay.
oh like
somebody.
somebody you meet through somebody?
Yeah, somebody probably got to put me on, or I ain't gonna front. I met somebody that's pretty cool. Like conversations, alright, but I can't deal with nobody with little kids no more. I'm done with that.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, I mean, I tried it. It ain't for me. I need like teenagers and up,
Mm,
like
mm.
somebody that can stay home by themselves.
got you. Because then that's like the excuse for y'all not to do stuff if they got like little kids, basically.
Yeah, that's definitely an excuse. We ain't going on no family dates.
Mm-hmm. At least that's something
Cherie, listen, you be surprised, motherfucker.
Listen, I mean, I got Jamal, so I don't agree. I feel like it's just whatever you make it to be. So,
Yeah, no, I need somebody that's a little
gotta
free.
improvise,
I
Scott.
like to move. Like my daughter 19, so I can make moves and do things. She in college. I could just go out on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
go get something to eat on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I ain't gotta wait till Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Not
You know
Saturday
what I mean?
night.
Yeah, and then you can't even do brunch on Sunday because they gotta get their kid by 12.
And
Yeah.
get yeah,
Yeah,
So,
because
so
so do you feel like you need to kind of like go out with like more, like hang out with like your not necessarily friend, I mean family, but like friends, like if you get invited out, things like that, you think you'll be able to meet somebody that way?
depend on the friends and the family. Like I got, I got some shitty family members. You know what I'm saying?
Not
So
per se family, but like friends. You know how like I
yeah,
know
for sure.
sometimes for us we get into our own little shell and we get
Yeah,
invited to
yeah, and
all
that's me
kinds
for
of
sure.
things, but
I
we be
rock by
like,
myself.
oh no, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it.
Yeah, yeah, man. Tomorrow, Saturday, no, I'll be asleep. Like
Mhm.
Me too, Jello. Me too.
So
I'll
let
be
me
knocked out, dog. So,
so
but
let
my
me ask
thing
you a
is,
question.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead,
Jen.
bro.
Do you think that so do you all right, do you feel like do you feel like you got your swag? Like, because I remember like a time, like, you know what I mean, when I wasn't like really on the dating scene, and I felt like when I came back on the dating scene, it was like my punchlines wasn't hitting quite the same,
Wah,
like
wah.
even my,
That's real
like,
rap, though, Sheree.
huh?
That's
It
real
wasn't
rap. I
working,
mean,
okay, because he came
so
out a swinging.
listen, you gotta come out swinging though. That don't mean you ain't missing though.
He
Right.
was missing. He missed.
Yeah, no, that's how I be though. No, I mean, so that's part of the problem too. Like I don't have a problem meeting people, but the conversation part is just kind of like what we talking about here. Like I said, I don't really follow celebrities. I don't know. I like main events, like current events. My
Gotta
bad,
get your
not main
legs
events.
back. They said you gotta get your legs back, Joe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I know it's coming. Like it's coming. I done had a couple conversations where it's like, all right, I ain't talking to them no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of people out here.
Baba.
I ain't gonna say a lot, but I done ran across some that's like they tell you a little too much too soon. Like I don't know how serious
What do
I'm
you
supposed to
mean
take.
tell you too much? What's too soon? Like what do you feel like a person tell you that can be like, oh wait, that's too much information. I wasn't ready
Um,
for that.
You
shit,
said they
fuck.
want the other lies. What you
I'd be fucking like a couple weeks ago. I met a girl that was like she stripped on the side, like
Well, listen, you can't
cool
knock
as
her
shit.
hustle.
Listen, cool as shit. Not for me, but she was cool.
You can't knock
Like
her hustle,
you
Joe.
I
can't
ain't not the hustle. Just every hustle ain't for me. That's like if a boy came to
it's
you
a
talking about he sell drugs. I would hope you had a comment something to be like, nah, that ain't my lane right now. You know what I'm saying?
There's some decent quality, wholesome strippers out there. Don't count them out.
Absolutely, and we gonna
That's
have
your
a good
future
time.
wife right there. You
It's
never
some
Look,
know.
we gonna have a good time, but we talking about relationships right now.
it's definitely some pole
Yeah, but
queens.
you might
You know what
can
I mean?
change. You might can change her life, and she may not want to be a stripper no more because she met you.
Oh no, I'll put my cape is up. My cape is up. No.
He said he retired the cape.
Jason Scott said proud of her.
Cape is
Listen,
up, dog. Right,
so,
that's your father issue
other
right there.
thing is the also too, like how the internet treat, like how the social media treat you, because like right now, you know, we come from the generation of dating. We come from the generation of, you know what I'm saying, like having to be out somewhere to meet somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for real, we even come from the generation of having to write your number down or find something to write the number down on, that joint. Even, you know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
like, we still in that realm.
yeah.
So
No, so I
what
ain't
you feel
gonna.
about the social media, Joe? Like, you
No,
know
I
what I
had
mean?
to get off the dating apps, bro. That shit wasn't working for me at all. So
Say a bad John.
everybody tell me I'm not using Instagram right. They say Instagram the best dating app.
You ain't
That's what
using
uh,
I
it right. I'm
that's what
crazy.
everybody tell me. So I don't be using it right. But like I was on I would kind of catch myself. The dating apps, I just was swiping the swipe. I was just bored. I wouldn't even read they profile junk, bro. I was just looking at what they look like,
you
and most of them
ran
I ain't
into a
even gonna
couple
hold
Adam's
you.
apples.
No, hell no,
Not
no.
Come on,
No,
brother.
no, I just
You
no.
gotta ask better
Listen,
questions.
dating apps, yeah, right? No, you know that's question number one these days, brother. Nah, they be thinking I'm disrespectful, but no, that's just what you gotta say. But no, like the dating app, Johns, I
Jay.
ain't gonna. Sorry, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like you be like the people that reply, you be like, oh hell no, like, and the people that come at you, you be like, nah, like I ain't really met nobody. Dating apps is off attraction first, and the attractive
Jay.
people ain't really
They said start twerking for the gram, Jomo.
who.
Gotta start
They said
twerking for
No.
the
start
gram.
twerking for the gram.
Oh no. No.
He said,
It's
what
working for the
app?
game.
I need to get a
Dig it
haircut.
up.
I'm crying.
Yeah,
Scott, what
right.
up, baby
Scott said,
No,
what
boy?
no.
app? I need a haircut.
You know the
Listen,
process, player. You know what I
I
mean,
ain't have,
Scott?
Listen,
I
let
ain't,
me tell you, my cousin that comes on here a lot,
yeah.
with the baby, she met her husband on the app, on a
Mm.
social app.
I believe it. No, I believe it. I believe it. But I get on my, some people. I'm trying to be like, I ain't trying to go there, but some people we just got different opinions on life, and just like people don't be understanding me sometimes. So I mean, it is what it is. I accept it.
But do you think that has anything to do with all of your different expectations that you have? Like all these, like we talked about that a little while ago, like our expectations get in the way of us really finding the person that is for us because we have all these expectations of what we feel like the person should be doing, what the person should look like, what the person should have, and where they should be in their life. And
So the main thing that throw me off is my folks that don't like to clean up.
Mm.
Like I'm like traditional for real. So like that's the whole problem. Everybody don't nobody want to be traditional no more. They want me to be traditional, but then like I gotta be the man when it's supposed to be the man and pay bills and take you out and do all that. But then it's like on the return side, like what we doing here? Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Cook.
like why am
Excuse
I
me.
cleaning? Why am I doing all that? Like yeah, like you know what I mean. Certain things you ask for is like how dare you?
Yo.
Scott, come on now, yeah. Put the
Who that,
phone
Scott?
down. Yeah, Scott,
Yeah, what up?
what's
What up?
happening?
What's
Man, I'm on my way
happening?
to go get baby girl, man. Put 12 hours in, then we'll get my young buck real fast.
My guy.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, I
Black
ain't your guy,
dads.
nigga. You know what's going on. You ain't no good, Baba Jamal. You ain't no good.
Come on, man. You ain't gonna be hunting me down you ain't gonna be hunting me down on our weekly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
had to get in
saying?
contact with you. I thought I did
Relationship
something
talk.
wrong. I ain't know
You know
what
what I mean?
happened.
Listen, man, my office hours
Women should
are
pay
9
for
to
the first date
5.
to set the standard.
Hey, listen.
What y'all talking about tonight?
So
We
it's
talk.
relationship
Good.
resolutions for 2023. So because you are a single black man out here in the world today, do you have any resolutions for yourself for relationship status come next year?
Yeah, I'm gonna get married next year.
Period.
My
So what we
guy.
doing? What,
Man,
how
good
that's
shit.
gonna
Yeah,
work? 'Cause that's a big
Don't
leap.
do it.
Good shit.
That's a big
huh?
leap. What
Don't.
you? So what we doing different 2023 that you're gonna be
Um,
making
What up,
somebody
Halo?
Mrs. Scott?
you know I'm lying. I don't know. I ain't even think that. I just said something,
You
man. You
know
know what
good
I'm
and well that
saying?
man ain't looking for no
Listen,
No,
goddamn
you
marriage.
never
not
know.
right now. I'm hustling. I'm hustling right now. I got a couple more years in me, and then I'm gonna try to make a deal. You know what I'm saying? Other than
You
that,
know.
I'm running around. Feel me?
See, you never know.
So
No,
what's your
I know you're right. I
what you
know.
thinking about? What you thinking about for 2023 on a now listen, relationship resolution, it is a relationship could be the relationship with your finances, with your businesses, with your partner. You know what I mean? Of course we focus on
Oh,
relationships
okay.
with the
Now we
partner.
cooking, Jamal.
You know what I
Oh, you
mean?
didn't tell me
But
that
Now we
part.
cooking.
give us the rundown.
All right,
You know
so
he
I'm
always
putting out
got a
there now. You
remix
still got
though.
time, Joe Mo. You know what I mean?
all right, so for me, some of the resolutions I have as far as relationships. So yeah, like so honestly, man, financially I gotta get well I'm gonna say with myself, I gotta get more organized. You know what I mean? That's just with me. So my relationship with myself, I got more organized, more disciplined. Um it's things that I know I have to do, right? I'm not trying to make no resolutions and things like I have to do period just for life. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
With me. So then as far as with my business, right? I gotta do better with my business. You know what I mean? Like I know, and I tell everybody this, and I speak it because I know this will be my best year next year. Like I know it. Like you know what I mean, as far as like me working with my hands, getting to the dollar, I know this will be my best year next year. So that right there is another one. With my kids, man, that's another thing I gotta want to get closer with my kids, better with my kids, more patient with my kids, man. It's just like, yeah, man, we got a cool relationship. It's like, I mean, I know I can be better. I mean, I gotta be better. Um, yeah, man, that's the only thing I can think about. Something like, yo, that's the only thing I can think about right now. Like, as far as
So
me, I mean,
Keith.
yes,
So
bro.
Keith, so when you talk about like just the relationship with your kids, you know what I'm saying? Um what do you think that, you know what I'm saying, would benefit like, your relationship? I know you said patience, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. Um
For
and
sure,
it's
more
hard. Like
patience.
when you're
I think,
working, like you said, you just did 12 hours, now you about to go get the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
right.
how you gonna like manage that patience in that time, like how's that gonna look? You know what I mean?
You know what I like doing? Like when y'all be probably see me on the ground, be cooking and stuff like that. Like I like sitting down at the table with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our
Mm,
little bit of time. Like I be trying to tell them like, yo, put your phone up. We probably eat like 15, 20 minutes. You feel what I'm saying?
mm,
And I do stuff with them during the week, but I just think I got to do more stuff like that. And I think me personally, like one of my daughter's mom do a great job of having her reach out to me and stuff like that. But I have to probably like set an alarm or something on my phone every day or something like that to make sure I talk to them more like on the phone. Even
mm.
if it's like give me a little 2-3 minutes. Hey, what's going on? How your day was? Da 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 da. Stuff like
Hmm.
that. But even with my oldest daughter, man, it be tough with my oldest daughter because it's almost like me talking, you know what I mean, like a girl. Like if I'm worried, hey, how you doing? I'm okay. I'm good. Like I get tired of that shit. So like.
Yeah,
That's
you're
it, man.
tired.
I just like that's why I said more for me, man. It's like
Yeah.
that's it. Like with her, it's like I feel like I gotta be the bigger person sometimes.
Mm.
Hmm.
It's like I know I'm the dad, but it's like nigga, leave me alone. Like you know what I mean? But y'all
You
gonna
like
see
beat
when
it.
Harlem get older. Y'all gonna see when Harlem
Listen,
get older.
Let me
Like,
tell you
she's
something, yo,
no.
about
something
Harlem.
different. That's
Harlem is now. Don't believe when she gets a certain age. That's how she knows she's that now.
Harlem is
Mm.
something.
Okay, she is something else, something special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Harlem is something.
you know,
Yeah.
Seen about
and
live
Cherie,
videos.
I want our relationship to be getting better, Cherie. You know what I'm saying? I want our relationship to be better, Cherie. I'm tired when I come over here, you be so toxic. I mean, you treat my
You
pops like
know.
shit. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell you something. Y'all
Every
Thank you.
gonna
Thank
learn
you,
time.
to
Steph.
Jamal
appreciate
Somebody
did.
me.
had to say it.
Jamal
Okay,
did.
that's
Jamal
another
did.
resolution I got.
Somebody had to say it.
I
Thank you,
ain't giving
Steph.
You
out
gotta
no
let it
more
go,
free
Cherie. You gotta
advice.
let go and let God.
I'm not giving
Hey,
out no more free advice.
Cherie, when do the
Don't
statutes of
call me.
limitations kick in, Cherie?
No, what?
Cherie, when do the statute of limitations kick in, sister? The man been on
Listen,
good behavior.
Thank
When
you.
does
Yes,
it
let it
stop?
go.
listen here. Guess
Yes.
Let it
what?
go and let God.
Listen,
Yes.
I let it go, but guess what? I can't help when people's behaviors don't never change. I'm sorry, but anywho,
I,
Oh
Uh,
man,
I
shots
don't know where
fired.
that
my
came
fault,
from.
Mo. My bad.
Pow
this is
pow.
Come on,
not the
beloved.
topic.
We
We're
gotta
talking
just let
about
her be, man.
relationships.
Just
Relationships.
I know. I already said my piece, but I said I'm not giving out no more free advice, no more, none of my free jewels I'll be giving out, putting people on. No, no more. Don't call me. Don't ask
no,
me.
you
The
do.
I
answer is
I need it,
no,
Cherie. I need it. I need
I
no,
it.
need it too.
no,
What's he talking
no.
about?
Don't call because y'all don't appreciate me. Y'all don't
I do.
appreciate me.
You be wrong
Y'all
sometimes, but
don't
I love you,
appreciate
babe.
me.
I love you,
Y'all don't,
Cherie.
But
Wow.
y'all
Cherie,
don't treat me right.
Cherie, right now we got two single black men, hard workers. You know what I mean? Fathers for their children and heavily involved in their children. Cherie, you got to put them on right now. I mean,
Listen, y'all want me to have a singles party? All right.
I've
you
been
got
like, I was trying to go on the trip. He told me I couldn't go because I was single.
Listen, see that's the problem. You can't think because you single you can't hang with the married people. We got friends.
thank you. Almost got exactly.
You told me
I
I
ain't
couldn't
trying to
go
get
because
married right now,
Got
though,
you.
Cherie. I mean, I'm just
You
figuring
don't
my life
gotta
out
get
right
married.
now.
No, I ain't saying you gotta
Feel
get
me?
married or nothing like that. But listen, you gotta broaden your horizons now. You can't keep running at them little bunnies now. Go and get
Is
a
it
little big
any
bunny or
Listen,
something.
wholesome
this like you talking some
Christian
bro here,
women in
right? You
there?
told you trying to get me to do some drugs or something, bro, on my horizon. What you
I am
talking about,
not.
Cherie?
broaden my
Bro,
Listen,
horizon.
my
no more
horizon.
little
This is
bunnies.
peer
You need one
pressure.
of them big bunnies now. Stop
A
fronting.
little
I feel
funny.
like I'm on the after school special right now, bro, on my horizon. What the hell out
Ladies,
of
we got two available good dudes. Y'all check
Yes.
their Instagram. You know what I mean? And
I'm gonna
tap
have a
in.
singles retreat.
You know what
Y'all
I
ready?
mean?
My
Y'all gonna
Instagram
sign
is
up?
Nah,
foolishness, Chris.
Cherie, it's gonna be
If you ain't got
toxic.
no sense of humor, stay
It's
off my
not
job.
gonna be
There you go.
toxic.
If you
It's
look, Jomo said
how?
if you got a sense of humor, you know what I mean, or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean, you could tap in. He said,
Listen.
don't even tap in if you don't got a sense of humor. Check
Don't.
his
Yeah.
page out. It's hilarious.
Got
You know
Hey,
what I
hey, if
mean?
you ain't
so
got a
I'm
job,
saying
I ain't taking no applications.
listen,
Yeah, that too.
if
You
I
have to
have
be gainfully employed.
Gainfully employed.
Gainfully
listen,
employed. There you
I'm gonna
go.
Beloved,
do
beloved,
background checks on everybody.
you gotta
You
bring
gotta have
value.
certain standards, okay? Everybody gotta have a
And an
That's
job.
it.
available babysitter.
Yeah, available
Wow.
babysitters.
Mm.
Listen, it's gonna be a weekend of fun. Y'all down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your pH has to be intact. You feel me?
Ah, y'all got it. You know
Oh
what I mean?
my God.
Yeah,
I,
got to check in.
Scott,
Got to tap
Scott.
in.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
keep
real
going,
good one.
Cherie. Now you know I get on the road. I'm gonna just keep going.
No,
Don't
I'm
really let my
serious.
hair down.
I'm serious because my couple people they scared. They don't want to do the retreats and nothing. I feel like I gotta go ahead and chase after these single people and get them somebody, get them in a relationship. People
D, you
looking
see
for
that's
husbands,
the standard for your group, D.
wives. That's the
He
standard
said
for
that's
my
the
group.
standard. Yeah.
Listen, what's up? Like I'm,
We doing matchmaking in 2023, y'all.
yeah,
Know what I
y'all
mean?
ready?
Let's
Is y'all gonna
go.
sign up?
We doing matchmaking. We're gonna be taking interviews from female and
AML.
male, you know what I mean? Singles. And we're gonna be doing some yo, I bet let's
Look,
have a
we
Max,
could do
matching
what they call
competition.
it. What they
I
call it? What
bet
they
you
call
listen,
those?
I
Y'all gonna
bet you I
fuck
can
your
hook somebody up
platform
that's gonna
right up.
last.
Y'all gonna fuck
Huh?
your platform right up.
What
You said
happened?
what?
Y'all gonna fuck your platform up with these single people.
Why?
If you what?
We can have one singles edition. Why you hating?
maximum level matchmaking.
You
Ah,
Wow.
no. It's it's
Listen,
it's oh, he
listen,
getting all messed up over there.
listen. What
Yeah,
we gonna
we
do
can
is we're
have
gonna be doing
couples. We
some
can have one singles edition.
yeah,
We
we can
gonna
do a
keep the
singles edition.
couples. We can do
We
one singles
once a
edition, but you
month.
I'm
gotta
Once a
be
month.
all
there.
right, because this is what you gotta think about. At the end of you got the singles D. We rock
All
it.
right.
Look,
Listen,
we gotta do.
one
Hey
single
Scott,
edition.
we
Give me a
gotta do the
date.
singles because ultimately we do want to start
Yo,
to kind of produce more
Yo,
couples. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're gonna be
what
producing
we
more
gonna do?
couples
We gonna
through a
do
couple single
the
joints.
Davidson Friends speed dating. Y'all down? We gonna do it
Speed
at the
dating.
bar. Speed
Uh,
dating. Where you
that's
go
the
to
problem. He try to
you have
do
all
shit
the
too
single
fast. I need
people.
to get to know somebody.
Yeah, we need
That's
to
how
slow
you
it
do it.
down. Nah, we need to slow.
Man,
Speed
speed,
dating.
speed
we
dating
need
get you the draws.
to. You need to slow it down. That's the
Speed dating
inbox
gets
and
you the
all that.
draws. You just get
Everybody got the
to meet
speed.
the representative.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. See,
Okay,
all these expectations and stuff. Don't know. That's
that's
not
not
true.
an
You never know. That could
I'm
be your
trying.
future wife.
You never
Could
know.
or it could be
We
my
gonna have
future
fun.
one night.
Hey, you gotta start
Man.
somewhere. Play it one night at a time. You know what I
One
Hey,
night.
mean?
man, listen, man. Listen,
Is
man.
y'all gonna be
Listen.
One
down
night
or
at a
no?
time.
It's gonna be Scott. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one night only.
Yes.
One night
One ain't
only
only for what, though?
for the
You know I'm going to support. I'm going to support y'all. You know I'm going to support. I'm
No,
going to
I'm
support
saying,
Yeah.
y'all.
listen, I'm saying one speed. We're gonna
I'm
do
going
one
to come
singles
in. I'm going to be
edition.
passing out the hookah, Sheree. I'm going to be passing out the hookah. You
Hey
feel me?
Jen, we got you. We got you on the board, Jen. You know what I mean?
Listen,
We're
I
gonna be
know Jen.
taking.
You said you're looking for a husband. Y'all trying
That's
to do the
right.
speed dating couple? We're
That's
gonna do
right.
singles edition. I got y'all.
All right,
Listen,
let's
I'm gonna
get it.
tell y'all. I mean, honestly though, it's some good dudes out here, ladies, and you know what I mean. I'm sure it's some good ladies too.
Some
So
great
really,
women out here.
you know what I mean. It's some
There's some
fantastic
great
men
men
out here.
out here. Then
You know
what
what I
you talking
mean?
about?
Look, they always gotta try to use the little.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, why not? You know what I mean? We gonna have fun. Like, why not? You know what I mean? Match up some good people with some good people and have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Be grown, have a good
Where's
time.
the
That's
throw in
all.
the towel
So,
emergency?
I
Sheree,
mean,
what type of advice you going to give for, like, vetting and stuff like that? Like, what you going to do? Like, if I come to this event, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of, like, vetting are you going to do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I feel like everybody should come in with an open mind. Don't come
Mm,
in closed minded. Don't come in with those little expectations that you carry around every single day. You
I'm
got to
with you.
just come in and be just
I got
go
a
with the
question.
flow.
I got a question.
What?
Uh-uh.
What are the criteria of the young ladies that you're going to have there, beloved? That's what I
What,
need to know.
what the criteria is going to be the same
Yes.
criteria that I'm going to have for these men.
It has to be a woman of a certain
We different.
level, Sheree.
Yeah. Of a certain what?
Of a certain level, beloved.
And what level is that? What would you like?
You got to
I'm
tell
taking.
me, Sheree. You got to tell me what's going on.
Listen, they out
If I'm
here. We
coming to
got.
the Davis
I
event, I
got
told
great
you I'm going to pass
potential
the
women.
hookah
They
out.
got
I'm going
their
to pass the
lives
hookah out.
together. They got good careers. They might
Okay.
got some kids,
Mm.
but they got themselves together. They
Uh-oh.
got their own establishment.
Mm.
They got
sound
some
like a
things
used
going for
car
them.
salesman, don't she?
I know, right?
She
Couple
ain't say
miles
nothing
Selling
on,
about
couple miles on it, but
interiors,
she still run
Cherie.
good.
fully
You know what I'm saying?
loaded.
Right.
Hey, Cherie. You ain't
Yeah.
say nothing about looks.
What?
Yeah,
Does that matter?
Slap a new
you
coat
said
of paint
yes.
on her.
Listen, she look
Absolutely.
good. She's well groomed, taken care of. I said that now.
That
Clean
She
don't
talking
mean
about
that.
taking
inside
That
care
don't
of
mean
and
she
her
out.
look
eyes
good.
Her
closed.
air work, her heat work, her seatbelts.
Oh my God.
Oh, you
Come
looking
drunk
for a
with your
crash
eyes
dummy?
closed. I like that, Jen.
You
So
said
come
looking for a
drunk with
crash
your
dummy.
eyes closed. Got
She'll
it.
be at
I,
the she'll be at the bar on Tuesdays. This
Yo,
Ladies, y'all inbox Sheree
listen,
if y'all want
listen.
to be
Is y'all
involved with the
ready? Is y'all
singles.
ready for the Davidson
The singles
Friends
match up.
singles speed dating or no? Because I'm
I'm
not
looking
playing with
forward
y'all
to
this
it.
year. I'm
2023.
done. I'm
I
Can,
done.
want to know. I'm
can
doing.
we get it done before Valentine's Day?
This is a tight
Oh,
schedule
or
next month. As y'all know, I'm about to be 40 on January 4th.
Okay, okay. Hey,
So I got a
oh,
little tight schedule January. I don't know. Y'all
old
gotta get
head, old head.
mm-hmm,
hey,
mm-hmm.
man, congratulations, man. It's a blessing, old head.
Yeah, I'm up there. They
Absolutely.
thought I'm like 23. Nope, I'm not. I'm grown. Anywho. Oh, real. No, but seriously though, like,
Who gonna be the
I mean,
candidates? We
We the
we
candidates.
looking for the singles. I
listen,
Yeah,
I'm a
oh,
we
line
the
up
remember
on
first
guys.
also
two.
Don't
Jamal,
worry about that.
remember when we did I got one better. We can do it
An
around Valentine's
auction.
Day. I did the auction.
Mm.
So
Oh man, I had a
we
bad
did an
experience.
auction at the bar.
I
Basically,
got
it's
you,
an
pal.
Niggas
I'm
gonna
auction.
in.
get their
I was in the
feelings
lobby.
hurt,
You call me.
Sheree. Niggas gonna get their feelings hurt. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I had a bad experience.
Call me Mo. Who's it?
That's my guy.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Yeah, that's my guy. He talking about you raising your eyebrows. That's my
Uh-huh. Anywho,
guy.
Like Pizza
so
Hut. Who was Pizza Hut?
so basically how the auction
He said Pizza Hut.
so how the auction
She said
works.
do love connection like the 80s.
That's dope.
Ooh,
I like that.
that's dope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Ooh.
So the only thing with love connection though, you only can have what, 3 men or 3 women and
At a
one man.
time, right?
Right. But with the okay, so the auction was basically everybody fill out certain information talking about themselves, age, what they do, things like that. And then a person gets
Yeah.
to auction a date with you at the bar pretty much. It'll be a dinner for two.
Mm.
And it will all everybody pretty much will be at the bar that day after you get auctioned off. And the proceeds, half of the proceeds will go to um
The us, nigga.
a charity of choice.
Ain't nobody doing no
Yeah,
charity.
ma.
The Davidsons
Me,
is a charity, god damn it.
I'm just saying
To the
that's what we
show, to
did
the
the
production
last
of the
time.
show.
For
Get
the
you some
production, we
cameras.
gotta put a lot of stuff into that.
Yeah.
We gonna have a
Yeah,
videographer, all that good stuff.
I mean, it just well, I just tell what happened with the last one. Anyway, y'all, he just killer high.
But go ahead. You
But
got it.
yeah, so pretty much that's what it was. So anybody can sign up, man, woman, and we invite everybody out. Everybody bring their coin, and they can potentially have a date with the woman or man of their dreams.
Okay. Okay.
so
All
Sheree,
right, so
how the
that's
date?
one
Who gonna pay for
option.
the date?
We pay for the date.
Yeah.
Y'all pay for
The
the first
the
date?
money goes towards the date. Yeah,
All right.
it's on us.
All right. Chicken wings and French
Where
fries.
at? Where we going? Where we going?
We
Hold on,
got
hold up.
where
Hold
we
up,
going?
man.
We going to
Where
Maximum
we going to
Level
the Chinese
Lounge.
Hey,
buffet?
let's
Where we
chicken wings
going?
and French
Hey.
fries. Hey.
5118 Sansom Street. Now don't front because that food is definitely
Oh,
Ah!
we got
Listen,
bangers.
listen, Sheree. The
yeah.
dudes ain't gonna be tripping off the bar.
Oh, it's the girls.
Is your friends gonna be?
Nah.
Oh, all right.
It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna have it all set up, all
You know
romantic
they
and
be
all
like
that little
they be like
champagne. You know what I'm saying?
8:48. Oh, you
So
Sheree,
want
I
to
mean,
I want
you
work
just
that
want to
night,
give me
Sheree.
some
I want to
wings?
pass the hookahs out.
no.
I'm serious. I want to pass the hookahs out. I just want to pass hookahs out. I want to support y'all bad. I just want to pass hookahs out, though.
Listen,
Hey,
so
look.
I'm saying you
So
don't want to be
Sheree.
auctioned off. I can't auction
So
you off.
Sheree, the auction, I like that, John. But
I like that.
two, enough. I like the auction was a banger. It was fun for real. For real.
Because we did half was donated to a charity. We made $3,000, y'all. Real talk. We donated
Hey,
$1,500 to a charity up Germantown Avenue. Like it was really really nice, y'all.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
seriously, it was real nice.
So that was a good John. That now two, I like the idea. I like the love connection, John, too. You know what I
I
mean?
like that.
Just because like during that that's like whatever segment, let's just say we got, you know what I mean, a few people that's gonna be having a segment. You got 3 people that you're gonna be hearing, you know what I'm saying, answers from in different, even though you don't see them, but you're gonna be hearing answers from them. You feel what I'm saying? About
Mhm.
different questions that you got, things of that nature. And so you can kind of narrow it down to somebody that you're interested based on how they answering questions and just
Yeah.
how you feel about the vibe. I like that, John, too, because then it's all on you. You can't say, you know what I mean, you got with somebody that you ain't feeling because you got an opportunity to ask certain questions, to see their humor, to see they, you know what I mean, how quick they is on their feet, and then kind of start from there. You know what I mean? And kind of, you know what I mean? Frank White, what up, bro? You know what I mean? So yeah, so
I'm with it.
I like the Frank, we talking about our relationship resolutions, and we went from resolutions because we got 2 good brothers, you know what I mean, on our screen today that's in, you know what I'm saying, on the live, and they both, single.
They're single and ready to mingle.
So, you know what I mean, we like, yo, we got single folks that we rock with, we, you know what I mean, guys, males, females. So we like, we're gonna do an event for singles so we can, you know what I mean, encourage, more couples. So we're gonna do a singles event, and we was thinking about one, either doing a auction. We did an auction before. Cherie put it together. It was major. That was a big joint. Or a what was it? Love connection, like a love connection type, almost like a love connection type of
Dating
setting,
show.
dating show. You know what I mean? So we can set up some connections there. You know what I mean? Lane, what's up? That's my sister. What's up, baby? Yeah. So yeah, Lane, we was talking about, you know what I mean, relationship resolutions for 2023. So keep that in mind. Y'all put it in the
Which you
chat.
didn't answer yours yet.
Huh?
I thought that was Sally man.
You didn't answer what yours is, Jamal.
Me? Oh,
No,
okay.
me.
So for my relationship resolution for 2023, for one, I'm going to join in on what you were saying in terms of, like strengthening our friendship. You know what I'm saying? Within our relationship. I think that's important. And I said it earlier for anybody that's just chiming in, even when I was working at a job, you know what I'm saying, at a job where I was a paycheck job or whatever, I was working at Home Depot, and I will always enjoy going to work because I had, partners that I would work with, and we had a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? We laughed, joked, but we got a lot of work done. So at the end of the day, we accomplished a lot, but it didn't feel like a job. And I think that's similar to how your relationship can be, day in and day out. If you don't have a friendship, if you're not having a good time, then it can feel like work. You know what I mean? And it is work, but when it feels like work, that's when, it gets tougher. So I agree with you, in terms of like just working on our friendship, you know what I'm saying, and building that up. So I'm agree with that. In relationship with also like with my kids, agree with you, Scott, on this one. Like just trying to be a better parent. You know what I mean? Working on that same thing. Friendships with my children. What I mean by friendship is just like getting to know my kids outside of them just being my kids. Like getting to know who they are individually. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to really get to know your kids, and you'll surprise yourself at how decent your kids are when you just chill and like listen to them or see what they like, and allow them to kind of be who they are. So just being a better parent, you know what I'm saying, and learning my kids, spending time, just a little one-on-one time, just to kind of get to know them even more. You know what I mean? So that's going to be big for me. And also relationships with my with my parents, like with my dad, with my godmom, just
That's a
making
good one,
sure that
Jamal.
huh?
I
What'd
said
you
that's
say?
a good one, bro. My fault.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said that
yeah,
was a
yeah.
good one. My fault.
No, you good. Yeah. Relationship with my dad, I'm saying, my godmom, just making sure I'm tapping in, because sometimes like it's funny, we be having this thing where like when you get older, you be feeling like it be a thing where like sometimes when you're young, you feel like the older people should be reaching out to you. And then sometimes if you the younger one, you be feeling like, or the older people be feeling like, oh, you younger, you should be reaching out to me. You know what I mean? So like forgetting all of that and just kind of initiating, picking up the phone, checking in on my dad, checking in on my guy, my little stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just a check-in. And for me, that check-in is a sign of love and respect. You know what I mean? So sometimes I call, yo, Pop, I ain't hear from you in a minute. What's good? Woo, woo. You know what I mean? Everything good. Said, all right, I don't want, I'm just calling to check in, that type of thing. So, yeah, strengthening the relationship, with like my parents too. You know what I mean? So,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
wife, you know what I mean? Children and parents, you know what I mean? Locking in on that job. So that's my resi for 2023. You know what I mean? Jen, talk to us. Lane, talk to us. You know what I mean? What's your
Yeah, that's it.
relationship resolutions? You know what I mean? Everybody situation changed, man. This was a hell of a year, 2022. Shit got a little tight, for a lot of people, you know what I mean? So a lot of relationships got strained, you know what I mean? So you might be, you know what I mean? Like real rap. Hey Scott, but listen.
It's
So
so
listen,
toxic.
do you wanna
Toxic.
so Beauty
What if you
Boss
tired of
LLC.
being the one to always check in?
What if you tired of
So
being
one that always check in. So for me, I would say for those people that you feel like you always constantly have to check in with, is them people. It's time to let them go. Friends, family. Listen,
Damn.
it is what it is. No, let me tell you something. Like I have learned
That's good
that
advice.
just over time and years, because you put all this time and energy into people, and then
Hey,
you
mute
look
your
up.
joint, Scott.
Yes,
God
what you
damn,
got
you
going? You got
doing
the window down,
76?
brother?
God,
Oh, my
It
fault.
ain't
I'm
that
sorry.
nice
I'm sorry.
outside.
76?
Got the window. Got the
Damn, that man
window
on
down.
I-95.
I told y'all I was driving, man. I
You
told
done
y'all I
got
was
off the
driving.
streets, player. I
We
get
know
it,
you
all that.
driving. You done rolled the window down, brother.
You, you ain't local now, ain't you? You're international, ain't you?
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
I'm not saying it to be cold blooded, but in all reality, like people
You probably farted.
like really be like draining. Like you give them all
Mm,
of your time and your energy, and you look up
Yeah.
and realize that they're really not giving you that same energy. Even though in your mind you like, well, this is my best friend, or this is my mom, or this is my sister, or this is my brother. But you know, as time progresses and just with support in general, like when you have things or you're doing things in your life and you look up and you see the same people who support you over and over again, and those people that you put on a high standard and regard, they're not around.
yeah.
They got an excuse of why they can't come, why they can't make it, and everything else like that. And then you looking at the person who's always there, who might can't make it this one time, you feeling some type of way, and it's
Yeah.
not fair. So I just feel like, listen, if you feel as though that you're the one always reaching out, and you're not getting that same energy in return, listen, you might have to reevaluate that relationship with that person.
All right, so I'm gonna answer that too. The question was, what if you feel like you don't? What if you are tired of being the one to always check in? And it was a response to me saying that, I wanted to get better with like, or just stay more consistent with checking in with like my dad, my godmom. You know what I'm saying? For me, it depends on. I agree with you, Sheree. Like one of the things in 2023 we got to do, you know what I mean, is learn to love the ones who love you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, especially with social media, we be so quick to want certain views or certain likes from all these people, this and the third. But guess what? You got people that's riding for you, and they one view is consistent. They one like is consistent because they rock with you. But you
Yeah.
overlook the hell out of them because you want 1,000 views, you want 1,000,000 views, you want 100 views and likes. And it's like, my nigga, like start small. Like just start learning how to fuck with people individually that really rock with you. You know what I'm saying? And for me, you know what I mean, my dad and my godmom, it ain't a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But with them, I'm going to always kind of like humble myself because of, you know what I'm saying, how they rock with me, you know what I'm saying, like throughout life, you know what I'm saying? So with me and with them in particular, not everybody, you know what I mean? But with them in particular, I will humble myself on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I will humble myself. And even if sometimes if I'm lightweight wrong, I mean if they lightweight wrong and I'm lightweight right or whatever, sometimes I just concede and fall back on some respect shit. And that helps to ground me, you know what I'm saying, which is good. I ain't gonna say I like it, but I think it's important for us to have somebody that we respect enough to humble ourselves in certain situations. So I keep those two is the people that, you know what I'm saying, I'm always going to pretty much kind of concede to. I be thinking shit. I be wanting to say shit. I be feeling some type of way about certain shit. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just be like, you know what I mean? Like, because guess what? I do enough, and so it's motherfuckers out there that I do enough for that if I'm wrong, nigga, respect me and fall back and let me be wrong respectfully. You understand what I'm saying? I've earned that in certain in a couple people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a couple of my youngest or whether it's even my kids, I've earned that joint to where it's be like, you right. You know what I mean? Out of respect. So I'm gonna give that, you know what I mean? And I do get that back, you know what I mean? So for me, with those two people in particular, I'm just gonna initiate it. I'm gonna just make that my responsibility to reach out. It ain't because they don't love me or this, that, and the third, but I'll just make that my responsibility to reach out. Because now I'm older, I'm moving around, this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? Even if that's just my way of saying I love you, I appreciate you, then I'm just gonna rock with that, John. You know what I'm saying? So that's what those in particular. But I agree with you too, Sheree. At the same time, we gotta learn to love the ones that love us. And Jen said, is the quality over quantity? Yes, it is. We so busy wanting to get all these big numbers with, you know what I mean, whoop, whoop, whoop. Start with the people that really rock with you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And and
Yeah,
and,
because
and that's
we forget about the people that really rock with us
mm-hmm.
since day one. And I mean, again, I go back to like, all of our careers and the things that we do. We need to keep each other in mind, period. Like that's how, the support's supposed to go with everyone. We're always keeping each other in mind. And I feel like we all can be more successful together if we continue to keep each other in mind. Like, I'm always thinking about, again, Scott being a plumber. I'm like, oh yeah, I know a plumber, call Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be like, call the man and say, yo, I need you to. No, I'm gonna go to
Mm-hmm.
the person that I know that does the job. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we have to do better at, because we forget about how talented and skillful the people we are around. We
Mm-hmm.
forget about that. Like, we really, really forget about that. So I feel like we need to do better with that. Just being very more supportive of each other,
Mm-hmm.
and just as a unit. And that's all these resources and stuff that we have. Is like, it's no reason why we can't help each other out and put money in each other's pockets and everything else like that, instead of giving it to somebody else because, oh, this is so and so and they decorate. I heard about them. They the bomb. This and that. I gotta be let them do it. No, I'm gonna go to my little friend. I know that she be doing this and doing that. And she
Mm-hmm.
do a great job. I'm going to support her. At the end of the day, that's who I'm going for. I'm going to support that person that I know for a fact that everybody else is not going to go to, because one day she's going to be that. She's going to be that it person, and I'm going to be that person right next to her that she's going to be like, I'll do anything for you because you've always had my back since day one.
Yeah, agreed. In the comments, Frank said relationship resolution. To both put a healthy percent in a joint account weekly and bi-weekly. You know what I mean? I like that. So Frank is a newlywed. Frank was just married his wife in August, Frank. Yep, in August. And
Congratulations.
you know what I mean? So big ups. I mean, I'll show love for the brother Frank and his beautiful queen. You know what I mean? Like I said, they just got married in August.
And they was at the couples retreat.
And they were at the couples retreat, and they was solid too. Oh yeah. So yeah, Frank wanted us to we had some footage of the of when they were at the retreat, but we were supposed to go to the viewing of the wedding joint, but I was sick on that day. Like, that was, everything started falling down that Saturday. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, that's a good way to think though, Frank, because again, for our relationships, we got to build our relationships, you know what I'm saying? Financially, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually, emotionally, we got to build our relationship in so many ways. So from the rip, for you to be thinking about putting that joint account together, you know what I mean, and depositing, so y'all can, have funds to make whatever moves. That's class A. That's, you know what I mean, that's my guy. You're a classy guy. You know what I mean? That's how I'm supposed to get down. You know what I mean? Listen, ladies, there's a lot of good brothers, you know what I mean, that we connected to. I'm telling y'all, you know what I mean? Me, myself, and Tayshawn. What up, chump? Nice town in the building. What up? What up? We talking about relationship resolutions for 2023. AIDS, mom, what's going on, family?
Everybody tired of being single. Well, get with the program.
Relationship resolutions for 2023. You know what I mean? So what's your resolution? So Jen, tap in, Jen, so you can
I
let us.
I don't know what she doing.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Jen, I want to hear what your resolution is for 2023. We had some good resolutions today. Cherie and I both agreed that we was going to work on our friendship, you know what I mean, within our relationship. Just, you know what I mean, just being more, you know what I mean.
You got to be more of a yes man.
Just like loose. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. You know what I mean? Just like loosen up a little bit.
Wife, happy life.
I don't know. I don't know
Yo.
about that. Jax, what up, bro?
What's good?
Right,
What's poppin'?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with you, player?
Hey, Jay.
Let me know how you looking for. I got a date in mind for you, man. You know what I mean?
Okay. Trying to shoot something?
I got a date in mind. You know what I mean? For some work, I need some video work. We gonna wrap off. Off live for that though. You know what I mean?
Anywho, what is your relationship resolution?
So that's where we at. Relationship resolution. Talk to us.
I'm single, so I don't really got no resolutions. You feel
Okay.
me?
What you trying to do different? You trying to be single next year too?
I mean, if that's gonna allow
Shit
me
is
to
lit.
prosper, then yeah. I mean,
Right.
you know.
You
Nah,
trying
I'm
to
Single.
being
change the game
I'm
up?
I'm being serious. I'm not changing. I'm not changing really. Like I've been single since 2017.
Ooh,
Mm,
you got to
Um,
get it together now. Come
living
on.
a life, brother.
nah, I mean,
He with it. He
Something wrong.
said, "That nigga had to
Something
that's
chuckle.
wrong.
You really living your best life, nigga." He had to chuckle. He
I'm
usually a serious
not.
motherfucker.
I mean, I just be working, man. Like, I mean, my experiences though,
Chucks.
like I've always I feel like I kind of live better single as opposed to relationship. So I slow walk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't have nothing to do with like, having sex with different women or nothing like that. Like, I really just be like at peace and just doing my work and trying to stay focused and shit like that. So
When the
Real
last
shit.
time? When the last time? How was the last relationship? How long was the last relationship you were in? How long did that last?
it was from it was from 2015 to 2017.
Okay, that's solid. You know what I mean?
I usually cap out at 2 years. That's usually my limit of when.
Dang. That's it. That's
Uh,
all
Two,
you
a 2-year lease.
Yeah.
he's a leaser.
got.
But I think, but hear me out real quick though. But for me, I'm thinking a new style in dating would be
Jomo, I'm gonna bring a girl on. Tap
Go
out
ahead,
1
go ahead.
second.
Joe
Okay.
Mama
Yeah.
holler at you, bro.
All right, bro. Y'all take it
All
easy.
right, all
All
right, you
right.
too, bro. Listen, so I'm thinking a style in dating could be what I would call a leasing style, where we give ourselves, let's just say, a 90-day window. But then after that 90 days, we come back to the table and decide if we want to continue, as opposed to just having this limitless joint, you know what I mean? And feeling like, hey, I'll just, keep this person around. I think a leasing type of relationship where you can continue, you can opt to stay in or opt to go out, it keeps us pushing towards bettering ourselves as a mate, as opposed to just saying, I tag, you're it, we're in this, now we just gonna rock out until the wheels fall off. Like, no, we got another, you know what I mean? We got 13 days left, beloved. You need to get your shit together because I just may opt out this joint. I don't know. I'm just thinking of some.
let me. Hey, y'all married, right? Let me tell you why that's not gonna work.
Okay, talk to me.
Man,
because
crazy.
like because that's gonna be on like a report card progress report system. And I think that's gonna call for people to get called to the carpet. And usually, maybe it's just me, but usually when you come and have that powwow and air your grievances or where you can improve and where you're not doing so hot, where you're doing great, like a lot of people don't recover from that too well.
Mm.
That's
In
not
my
your. That's not your responsibility, brother.
in my opinion,
You know what I
in my
mean?
opinion, I'm all for the progress reports.
Yeah. I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
I think that's a good job.
But just like kids, you feel me? Kids be acting crazy at the parent teacher conference, like they ain't do all the bullshit that the teacher said they did.
But
So
listen, but you still gonna get that grade regardless. If you failed, you failed, and you could pull the you know what I mean. You could pull the joint off the table and all of that. But
yeah,
I just because my thing is I don't like when people just assume.
Women ain't with criticism. Oh Lord, Jomo.
hey,
Go
I
on,
ain't say
say it,
that.
bro. Women ain't with the criticism.
I
Tell him keep it a
ain't
bean,
say it.
Joe. Tell him keep it a bean, Joe.
I ain't say it.
You know
You
what I
feel
mean?
me?
Y'all kill me.
I'm just talking
Y'all
about.
kill me with that.
I didn't say
Y'all
It's
that.
on,
kill
but
me
it's
with
on
that.
both
I
sides.
ain't say you said it. I ain't say you
It's
said
on
it.
both sides.
I think it's a both sides thing.
Yeah.
Like it
I
goes
think.
both ways. Like both of our shit stink, and everybody just needs to accept that. When it's your time and you want to stand and you being told about yourself, you have to accept it for what it is, and vice versa. That's the problem in a lot of relationships. We
Yeah.
can't take it when somebody is telling us about us.
You know what I think that is? I think that's for niggas who ain't never played sports, organized sports in their real life. Cause ain't nobody ever told you suck to your face,
Yeah.
and that's why you want to bench.
Yeah. That shit will thicken your skin real quick. You know what I
Real
mean?
fast.
I listen. Track, football, wrestling,
It has
fucking you
nothing to
name
do
it.
with it.
No,
I
it,
think
it
it
does
has a
though.
lot. It really do have a lot to do with it, for
It
real.
do. You know
Mm.
what? Even with like working out, you know what I mean? I got a trainer and she's just like she's psycho. You know what I mean? And a lot of people on some real shit. But a lot of people can't handle her psychoness. And the one reason I can is because playing sports. Like if you just shut the fuck up, take the criticism, but just bust your ass, eventually the coach is gonna just move on to the next motherfucker that's not doing what they're supposed to do. And
Do
that's what it
y'all?
be boiling down to.
Do you think you could? Do you think you can develop thick skin at a later age, or you think like once you get to a certain age and you don't have it, you just never gonna get it?
That that's a
I
that's
think
a
you can.
good question because wow, for that's a good question.
I think it just all depends on the person that you with or you around or the company that you keep. I feel like it's possible.
Have you ever seen it happen? Like, have you
I'm
ever?
married, so I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no. I mean, but I'm just saying, like amongst like and
Oh,
maybe
amongst
just even
people, like
among
if
yeah,
somebody coming into their life and changing, yeah, I've seen it.
yeah. Okay,
Making them a better person, yes, I've definitely seen it for sure.
okay.
People, somebody that
Cause
can take constructive
sometimes, like
criticism.
even sometimes it be like self, like inner self stuff. Like some people be unhappy with themselves, and then they get with somebody that makes them feel better about themselves and working on themselves and then improving things with them that they don't be acting the way they used to act. I've seen it.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't really believe in that, and not because like I don't believe in being the person
Praise
being
the Lord, Jimmy.
responsible for you to feel differently about yourself. Like, for one, even I'm gonna be honest, even if I have that effect on you, I'm looking at you a little bit sideways
That's why
because
you've been single since 2017, talking
I
that
mean, no,
side.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. That's not an
Like,
insult. As much as you want that to be an insult, it's not. I'm proud of that. Like, but nah. But hear me out. Hear me out though. Hear me out though. Because like, if I'm dating a person or if I'm feeling a person and like they haven't changed their behaviors in order to better themselves until I came along. Like, to me, I'm looking at it like, damn, like you really need external forces to make you get your shit together. And like, that's something that I don't know if I respect for real. Like, I can admire it from afar, but like deep down, I don't know if I really respect that because like
Can I? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Dang!
because because
He.
nah and
Finish what you got to
because
say.
I'm wrong.
because right because no, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because that kind of puts me in a precarious position because now I'm kind of responsible for the way that you act and the way that you feel about yourself and your esteem and your feeling and being motivated. Like, I don't want to. That's not a burden that I really deserve, to be honest with you.
but why would it be considered as a burden though? It could be something
I gotta raise my hand
positive.
again.
Go ahead,
You know
huh?
what?
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm
about
sorry.
to fight all y'all.
Oh, here we go.
Hi, family.
Hi,
What up? What up, Jenny?
What up? What up? What up?
What I was gonna say is sometimes that's like a leadership role. You might not look at it like that because you looking at the person as a burden, but maybe your job is to direct them or redirect them into looking inward. Because maybe you might be a catalyst to help them break out of codependency. You don't know. But if you just judge people or shut them off at that or give them a side eye because they lean into you a little bit, I don't know.
No, I mean,
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying,
I
saying?
respect that
I no,
perspective.
I hear that part. I hear that perspective. I'm just saying, like, being a leader. Okay, you mentioned leader, right? Like, being a leader there's a burden that comes with that. That's a
Uh-huh.
there's a responsibility of that weighs you down. Like, if you are a leader, like I've been in leadership roles before, and that shit is not easy, and it's not always something that people want to do. Sometimes you fall into leadership because you just the best player, right?
Mm.
Like, but just because you're the best player don't necessarily mean that you want to be the leader or the captain or steer the ship or none of that. Sometimes you just want to go out and fucking ball and then go to fuck home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, we place people into certain roles based on their gender a lot. Like when we talking about relationships and all that. And to be honest with you, man, sometimes a nigga just want to fucking ball in the game, in a relationship.
Right.
And
Mhm.
and the leadership role just happens to fall on their shoulders. But it is a burden. It is a it's a very heavy responsibility. Right? And
Well,
like most niggas gotta just accept that. And I guess I'm just saying sometimes just because you accept the role don't necessarily mean that you love to be in that role. And on the
right.
flip side, and again, to me, it's gonna go back to I don't want to have to be responsible for the way that you feel about yourself. Like
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you
not
don't.
that's a
personally. That's not a person that I. There's certain things about a woman who I'm gonna call my woman. I want to admire some things about her, and one of the things I want to actually admire about whoever my woman is gonna be is she doesn't need external factors that are gonna play kind of like the yo-yo game of how she feels about herself. Me personally, I don't think I want to be with a woman like that.
But why does it necessarily even have to be that per se? Like I feel like with my husband, we're like we motivate each other. Like I get motivated off of him. I got my own
hey,
motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can get the job done, but I feel like us as a team, like we're a beast. Like I don't need him to do anything, just like he doesn't need me to do anything. But us as a
Right.
team, we
Mhm.
definitely get this shit done, period. Like there's no burden, there's no, you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes when you don't have that go-to person in your life, sometimes shit just don't go right because you in all reality you're missing something. And there's
ooh,
nothing wrong with that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and us as you know, in relationships and stuff like that, I feel like that's why a lot of times some people are single because they have that mindset of, well, I don't want this burden or I don't want to feel like you need me or I need you. But why? It's always going to be a time that you need each other.
now let me ask you a question
I
real
think
quick.
it's different when you realize when you come to the realization that this other person is able to bring you to another level versus you sitting by yourself thinking that I need another person to bring me to another level. To me, those are two different things. Like it's one thing to realize, it's one thing to like really like feel about yourself and have confidence and have esteem when you are alone, when you are by yourself, when it is just you, right? But your confidence and your esteem doesn't waver, even though you might not be at the point where you would like to be. You don't think that it's because it's something externally that you're missing. But then when you get something in addition to yourself, you realize, oh shit, that was the extra piece that pushed me over the top. That's different from being alone and lacking confidence and lacking esteem and automatically saying I feel this way, I'm lacking because I don't have something external. That's to me that's two totally different things.
And I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add the fact that one of the things I think is an issue too is, you know, how you get it, how you get it. You know what I mean? The motivation. But I have a problem with blaming someone else for your lack of motivation. Like he didn't motivate me, or he didn't make me feel a certain, or she didn't make me feel some type of way. When as far as I'm concerned, your first responsibility for happiness is to yourself. Your first responsibility for motivation and inspiration, it has to be within. You know what I mean? It has to start there. And you know, for those that, you know what I mean, are going to continue to push, are going to come from a foundation of, I'm going to hold myself accountable for my own happiness. I'm going to hold myself accountable for my own inspiration. And anyone that is in my circle, anyone that, you know, that I attract is going to add to that. You know what I mean? But I can't place the blame on any other person for my lack of success. I'm not, you know what I mean? That's not, to me, an accountable and a prosperous way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? When you go about it. But this is what I was going to ask real quick. So Jax, let me ask you a question. Do you think that, and I don't want to just, you know what I mean, target you, but I know you know what I mean, you can handle it.
Nah,
We rapping.
it's all good.
We rapping. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put nothing on you can't handle, player. But let me ask this question. Cause I'm you know what I mean, I've been like, I went from like one relationship to the next type of situation with like not a whole lot of single time. You know what I mean? I've had single moments, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of times like relationship, you know what I'm saying, kind of situation. But here's my thing. I was just talking to my man Jomo, and he's been not like he's single, but he, you know what I mean? He ain't been into like the mingling, you know. And so my man, like, yo, you gotta get your legs played. You gotta get back out there on the field, warm up, you know what I mean? So you can get your game tight, you can get your, you know, your mojo when you know what I mean, holler at the chicks, woo woo, your swag and all of that. So that is something that you have to strengthen, you have to exercise that, right? You know what I mean? So on the flip side, if you haven't been in a relationship for a long time, do you think that puts you in a disadvantage? The fact that you haven't been in a relationship for multiple years, does it now put you, you know what I mean, on the outside of understanding what it takes to have that union because you've been single for so long? Because I think that's what happens sometimes to women that are, you know, have been single for a very long time. You get a relationship, your first little argument, you're like, oh, I'm done with it, woo, woo. But it's like, my nigga, that is a part of relationship shit. So do you think, how do you feel about, you know, being single for a long period of time? Does that kind of skew your relationship IQ, or you know what I mean, or whatever?
I'm gonna say I don't think that it does. I think, and I only say that because not because I think I'm just like the dopest nigga or whatever, but because that's not the case, right? I'm not saying that. But I think it all really depends on like the success of your relationship depends on like how willing you are to learn your partner like on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So like, and really more so to how willing people are to get out of the routine of being single. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of the time, you know what I hear a lot that's interesting, is like people kind of refusing to acquiesce to the fact that you have to behave differently when you're single versus when you're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think people really have a hard time like really accepting that, where it's like, I'm even though I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna do exactly what I was doing when I was single. I'm just not single no more. But I don't think it worked like that. But I think it takes a certain type of person and with a certain type of mindset to actually just understand, like, when you get in different situations, you have to act accordingly. You have to act differently. You know what I mean? So like for me, I don't think the transition would really be that difficult because, for one, I don't have no hoes. I don't have sex. I don't go out. I don't really go out on dates. It's a lot of things that I don't do that I wouldn't have to make a major transition if I had a girlfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the transition that I would probably have to make if I was in a relationship is I would have to divide my time more to incorporate her into my life
That's a big John though.
But but I'm saying but I think like
managing time in a relationship is huge. I've been there and I'm still there, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. That would be my most difficult transition.
Mm-hmm.
However, what I was saying before, where you have to kind of like I slow walk to relationships, right?
Okay.
So like I'm not a nigga who gonna get into a relationship after 3 months or after 6 months. Like I'm probably gonna be it's like a year minimum with me, just because I want to know exactly who you are from all angles.
Mm-hmm.
So within that year or however long it takes for me to even get into this hypothetical relationship, I think that there would be certain precedents set on my end where it would allow her to understand like what my daily routine is, the amount of time that I do or don't have, or that I am able to carve out for her, you know what I'm saying, versus the time that I have to carve out for the things I'm trying to do personally or like career wise and things like that. So if her and I would even get to the point where we were both wanting to be in a relationship, that's why I say I don't know if I think there would be a transition, but I don't think it would be super tough because I think both of us would already kind of like know what each other's routine is, what we're capable of giving, what we're willing of giving, what we're not willing to give, and what we're incapable of giving.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I respect that. I just it really made me think because I'm like, damn, a lot of times we can get the easiest thing to do. I ain't gonna say the easiest thing to do, but to a certain degree, being single is very easy in the sense that you're in total control. You know what I mean? So when you're in a relationship, you have to consider someone else at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even when you're not with them, you still have to consider them in the choices and decisions that you make. So if you're single, that can be a burden. You all of a sudden now you're like, she's like, well, why you didn't tell me that you had a photo shoot up Allegheny or whatever, and now you in your mind you like why I don't have to, why am I explaining myself to this mother?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
that's a situation when you're in a relationship. It's like, you know what I mean, having consideration for the other partner. So I just was thinking, I'm like, damn, being out of a relationship for a while, you have to strengthen your relationship, you know what I'm saying, strength. Your relationship understanding, you know what I mean, because you're so used to look when you get up when you want to get up, you make moves, you schedule your
The single
plans,
life is a
you
simple
know what I
life.
mean? Exactly, you know what I mean? You schedule your plans, you move out, but then having to tell somebody something, it kind of sometimes it make you feel like you getting young boy, like you getting
Yeah.
clocked. And now
Yeah.
now it's like, shorty, you been a little clingy, but maybe she's not. Maybe this
I
is,
think
you know what I mean?
I think too, maybe this is something that don't really happen often, but like, sitting down and actually having conversations about your expectations before you even enter the relationship would probably be key. I don't know if a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly, like, I don't think I've ever had those conversations where a woman has either sat me down or I sat a woman down and was like, yo, this is what I expect from you if we were to ever enter a relationship. What is it that you expect from me, so we can kind of have those things clear, so I'm able to kind of like agree with those terms, or I don't want to agree with those terms. Like, I don't even think that's the conversation I've ever had in my life with nobody. Like, and I don't know if
I
other
don't
people are
think
having those.
nobody has those type of conversations because it's just not realistic. People just go with the flow when they meet somebody. And we have in our mind all of these expectations. And I said that we have these expectations all the time. Yeah, I don't want this. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta do this. Yeah, you gotta do that. And then as soon as you and that person blink eyes together and get all locked in, you be, I love you. You love me. Oh, mushy, mushy. You forget all about that shit you was talking, what you ain't gonna do, and how it's gonna be, and what you expect. And it's
Yeah,
like,
I
come
was
on
with you.
now.
I was with you until you said blink blink mushy mushy love love. I,
But I'm just
I was
saying,
in his face. I
it's
said,
you
here come
had
Judge
to,
Jackson.
huh?
He's about to say
what?
something.
What
I
you?
said, I saw his face change when you said that. Here comes Judge Jackson. Here he come.
Nah, I
Hey,
just ain't never. I've never been that. I mean, I've been in love before, but I've never been.
No,
I've
but
always.
of course, I'm exaggerating, but what I'm just saying is that the whole expectation thing is just not realistic. Like, it's not. Like, we all have these expectations for ourselves and what we want, what we don't want. But then when you get that person that just, you just start feeling or whatever, it just goes in the total opposite direction. You just going with the flow. Things just happen. You
It
say,
Can
really
I say
don't.
something about expectations real quick?
yeah.
I just feel like expectations is it's such a weird, it's like a weird place because I think before when we was on the live, I said expectations come from rhythms and patterns. Like you don't know what a person is going to do until they do the same thing consistently all the time. And then when that rhythm is interrupted, that's when you notice that something did or didn't happen
Mm-hmm.
because you were expected it. So they come from like
I think that's a.
whatever's being, huh?
I think that's a woman thing.
No, it's not.
get it? Y'all big on patterns.
Because nope, uh-uh.
That's a
It,
good
it
point. But go ahead.
I'm just I'm trying my best to be logical here, guys. Don't say it's a woman thing.
Keep
No,
keep
y'all kill
keep
me
keep
with
going.
um,
that
All right,
every
keep
time.
climbing
because
the mountain. Keep
listen,
going.
okay, I'm gonna put
Damn.
it like this. I'm gonna put it like this.
Keep going.
Every day you get up, if you went to sleep in your bed, you expect to be up in your bed when you wake up. You go in the bathroom, You expect your toothbrush to be there. Somebody knock it over. What you gonna say? Who knocked over my toothbrush? Because you expect it to be where you left it last. Like that's not a man or woman thing. That's just it's a daily thing that we deal with so quickly that I don't think we realize it until it's a traumatic change. Like that's when you realize that you were looking forward. You could say looking forward to
Yeah.
things, wanted things. It's still a form of an expectation. You still are used to something. So I think that what it is figuring out how you want to be treated. And what we do is we might really like somebody at first glance and make a whole bunch of excuses. And you're right, Cherie, ignoring our list. You know what? They did everything I hate, but they so cute. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a chance. Like, no, pull the list out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get the list tattooed across my forehead. Like you do. You start floating in your emotions. You be in the wishful thinking. That's how we got here. Not Judge Jackson. Not him. Not him. Just us.
Nah,
But
I've gone through all of those things, but I've learned, and like when I learn, I apply things, right? And the only reason I say that's a womanly thing is because, like you did mention, like patterns and routines and all that. As a man, in my experiences, what I've learned is that women change their mind a million times a day. Women's mood changes a million times a day. A woman doesn't necessarily do things because she knows it needs to be done. She does or decides to not do things based on if she feel like it. So, if I'm dealing with somebody who
that's not
is,
true.
in my experiences, it's been true.
Okay.
In
All
my
right.
experiences, when a woman be like, I don't feel like doing it, she not gonna do that shit. Period. It ain't no conversation or discussion about it.
I
And
think
and and
whenever
it would make me less of a man to try to convince a woman to do something that she don't feel like doing. So it's a lose-lose. So you might as well just shut the fuck up and don't ask her to do nothing that she don't want to do. In my experiences, right? So that has taught me that I cannot really depend on. I can't afford to lean on expectation. I don't expect the woman to do anything. Whatever she does, in my mind, okay, boom, that's what she do after she's done it. I don't go into situations expecting for people to do anything for me, because that has for me that has brought me L after L after L. So I don't expect anything from women. I go based off of what they do. I go based off of what they say. I go based off of what they show me. And after they show me something, okay, boom, that's okay. You do that. That's in your tool belt. That's in your toolbox. That's, you know what I'm saying. But prior to that, like I don't expect nothing from nobody, because you get disappointed every time.
Yeah.
right.
I agree with that.
I'm not saying that you're supposed to go in. I'm saying that naturally we carry them whether we want to or not.
I don't do
When
that.
it comes to relationships, I think that like I think that maybe based on your experiences, this is where you are, and that's fine because all of us is in different places. But I'm telling you, just without even talking about relationships, your day to day comes with certain expectations. I don't know anybody to wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, well, I'm just going to look forward to everything going bad today." Like, no, you expect that if it was good the day before,
Right.
you would be hopeful or
A better day.
expectant
I
that
I
it would
agree.
come.
I agree with I agree with that in terms of things that I can control, but I disagree with that in terms of another person, another
Well,
woman. Like,
yeah,
yeah, like I don't. That's where I jump off of the boat. I don't, just because a woman did something yesterday don't mean she gonna do that shit tomorrow.
But is that because that's something that you feel like you can't control and you want to control it?
I don't. No. It's not that I be with you on the first half of the race. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm
You
not.
just said, but when Jen said what she said, you said that's because I can control it.
Right, because
yeah.
So
it
when a
involves.
person comes into your life, you feel like you don't want to do certain things because you can't control it.
When did I say
Or
I don't want to?
you don't want to allow them to do, you don't want to expect them to do things because you can't control it more so.
Right.
I can't control what another person does, so it would be more intelligent for me to just be appreciative and grateful for what they do, but don't have expectations for them to continue to do it on a daily or weekly or monthly or yearly basis. Like that's an unrealistic expectation to put on somebody else.
And I think,
Like I'm
see,
not doing.
I do agree with that mindset because I tell like a lot of my young guys, like, lower your expectations, you know what I mean, of some of these females that y'all dating. And I'm not, you know what I mean, and it's not to take anything away from, you know what I'm saying, how thorough women can be, but I've seen guys that, because they put, you know, a female on a high pedestal, if she does something that he wasn't expecting, or, you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, you know, can emotionally lose it. Like, damn, how she do this to me, this, that, and the third. And it's like, bro, like, don't have these high expectations, you know what I'm saying, of, you know what I mean, everybody that you meeting like that. Don't expect them to, you know what I mean, all this everybody talk about loyalty, this, and the third, and all that. Like, you know, for me, that kind of runs along the lines of the art of not giving a fuck. You know what I mean? Of, you know, and that allows you to still be at balance when motherfuckers is not doing what they supposed to do, because I ain't expect much from you anyway. However, in a marriage, for me, and maybe this is in a relationship too, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I always have expectations of the people that I'm dating. And if you don't bring value to this partnership, then there's no space for you, you know what I mean, for me to be connected to you. So, like, and that's a big thing for me. I love to bring value to a situation, you know, to any situation. Like, if you doing something, Jacks, or whatever the case may be, you might be putting something together, you know, I'm like, bro, you need me to grab that crate back there? Oh yeah, good look, ball. Like, I like teamwork, and I like to add value, and I like to be connected with other people that add value to the team. And guess what? Value could be in a leadership role, or value could be in a supportive role, but playing your part within that relationship. So for me, I do have expectations when I'm dating, you know what I mean? But and definitely in my marriage, we would not have gotten married if I didn't find value and seeing that there would be consistency in certain areas, and seeing that, you know what I mean? And here's another thing. Seeing that some of my expectations, some of the things that I feel that are important, are things that for her are easy. You know what I mean? Are things that are her expectations too. So let's just say, for instance, if, you know what I mean, cooking, or you know what I mean, getting a warm meal, you know what I mean, I don't know, 4 days out the week or something is important to me. Now linking with somebody that just loves to cook and it's nothing to them, you know what I mean? And that right there is a beautiful union, because now, you know what I mean, we have multiple needs met, you know what I'm saying, on both ends. So for me, I do understand not having high expectations to a certain degree, but then I do understand, for me, it's important for anybody that I'm rocking with to bring value to the table. So within my team, if you're going to be on a team, and like you said earlier, not ride the bench, you know, there is going to be a duty for you, so to speak, and an expectation. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's,
I feel.
you know what I mean?
How do I got a question for the women on the panel though? Like, how do y'all feel about because this is the tricky thing with expectations, right? When expectations are set, you automatically are to be held accountable. And the stereotype is, and I said stereotype, right? The stereotype is that women don't really like to be held accountable. So how do you actually feel when you have a conversation with somebody that you're talking to, dating or whatever, and you have the expectation conversation? Because as soon as expectations are set, technically you are now allowed to hold each other accountable. But what happens when you don't meet the expectation? Like, to me, it's like it's almost like, by not having expectations, you also are able to not have to hold her accountable, which she don't like anyway. So you really dodging two bullets. You feel me? Because as soon as expectations are set and you get to the point and she don't feel like doing nothing, I don't feel like doing that today. I don't feel like that. That's one thing I hate. I hate hearing somebody say that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my soapbox right now. I'm sorry, but man or woman, I hate when somebody says I don't feel like doing it, and then they proceed to not do it. Because like coming from an athletic background, I was always taught the days that you don't feel like doing something are the most important days to do that shit. The most important.
Mm-hmm.
So that really gets under my skin when somebody don't feel like doing something and then they proceed to not do that shit. Because that tells me so much about your character.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry,
No.
but I want to know how y'all
I
feel.
agree with that, but that kind of go back to what I was replying to what you said before. That's all a part of character development, and sometimes you are. I just feel like every time you talk, I feel like you're supposed to some degree, tell people what they need to hear, and then take the burden off yourself. Because telling them what they need to hear will take the burden off of you. You don't have to walk around feeling responsible because somebody else is irresponsible. You have the power to increase the quality of your circle, or not like what somebody did,
Let's,
say something about it, and then move on. Like, you don't have to feel the burden if you're expressing what it is. Because if you sit there and judge a person and say, okay, well, that's what you showed me. Some people are really ignorant and don't realize how ignorant they are. They don't know that they carry certain habits, like you said, until somebody tell them.
mm-hmm.
Because everybody else around them is okay with them being in that spot. They don't care about them excelling. They just don't.
Mm-hmm.
So they won't tell them the thing that'll help them. But if it's getting on your nerves, see, with some people, it don't bother them. But if it gets on your nerves, I think that you're supposed to be a page turner. That's just what I think. Because every time you say something, it's the same thing. It's like, if you don't want the headache, then don't let it stay there. Like, you can move it. That's the power. Jamal talk about superpowers all the time. That's your superpower.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy's
I
one.
mean,
That's the guy's one.
I guess the way that I don't really deal with it is like I just don't deal with it. Like I don't be in the situations with people like that because I don't even want to be around people like that. And maybe that's just I don't know, maybe that's a cop out. You can call that a cop out, but I just
No, that's why you're single.
I
Because
mean
Well, I
it's
was just about
life.
to ask you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I
Go
mean, it's
ahead.
just life, the stuff that goes on and all like so I don't think that women don't like have an like being held accountable, or when it comes to the expectations and stuff like that. I think it just goes left where, okay, you have all these expectations for me, but in the same breath, my expectations doesn't really mean anything to you. It doesn't hold any value to you.
when did we
Yeah,
say
it's
that?
not balanced.
It's not balanced. So it
Mm.
gets thrown off because it's like, okay, you have all these expectations of, you feel like women don't like basically take accountability for a
Wait,
lot of things of when it comes
No,
to your
he said that's the stereotype.
what
well,
expectation?
He
stereotype.
said he said let's just say the stereotype is that that women don't like taking accountability. By me not having expectations, I don't she doesn't have to take accountability, and I don't have to feel no type of way about trying to hold somebody to the carpet. I'm just paraphrasing. Is that around what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just not realistic though.
What you
He's
mean?
like is an out, you know what I mean? More so to not to not have an expectation of you. You know what I mean? To allow
But
you to
why?
be who
But
you are.
how you don't have an expectation for somebody that you're building with?
Right.
So
Exactly my
Like, I don't
point.
that's a good
understand.
question.
Like, that doesn't even make sense. That's
It
not
come, yeah.
realistic.
Like, it comes with the process of growing
Yeah.
and getting to know the person. It's something that falls in line. That's what I'm saying. It's a scam. All this shit's a scam. We be lying to ourselves and each other, talking about something. Oh, I don't have expectations. When you
Yeah.
start a pattern with a person, your kids, your mom, your
Yeah.
dad, you know how your parents is gonna react if you come in and they come in and you done knock their shit over, is broke. You already know what they gonna say. You
Hmm.
expect it. You just get used to it. And sometimes we taught ourselves that sitting inside a trauma is supposed to win a prize. Ain't shit about sitting in no nothing
So
that's
wait,
traumatic is a prize. Like, you're supposed to just keep suffering,
Gotcha.
in relationships, and all of a sudden you just get the golden one. Like, no,
Well, a
Yeah.
lot. What
turn the page, say
what
something.
Yeah. Cause that's
what
even
expect?
like we mold. I feel like us people in relationships, we mold each other to be the best person that we want them to truly be. We mold them. And sometimes like because we don't work hard enough or because we just give up with on how things are going in that moment or whatever. And if you walking around with no expectations, you will never be happy. You will never be happy. I mean, you can't because you just like, well, I don't got time for this shit. It's just too much. Fuck that. I give
So
up.
wait, so
I'm
hear
tapping
me out.
out. I
Hear
quit.
me out. Hear me.
I quit.
At what point? At what point are y'all? Because I'm talking. Maybe we're talking about two different points in in a particular in dating or whatever, right? I'm talking about now if I end up marrying somebody or if I'm end up in a long-term relationship or engaged, then yes, expectations will have developed at that time. But I'm talking about like when you date and if you date somebody for 3, 6 months, 9 months, a year, whatever, but y'all aren't established, y'all don't have any kind of commitment or nothing like that. Why if you're not committed to me, if I'm not committed to you, what I don't even think it's my right to place expectations on somebody that isn't
Can I
committed to me or that I'm not committed to.
But
Like
you don't
to
have
me,
to be
can I ask you
committed to
something, Judge
somebody to
Jackson?
have expectations. Like if okay, you living in, you have your own you have your own living arrangement, right?
yeah.
So like, okay, say you got a friend, she comes over or whatever like that. You're gonna have expectations of your household. You know that,
What is,
right? You're gonna be
what is
like,
that?
listen, can you
What?
make sure that you turn the bathroom light out, please? Can you make sure that you put the cap on top of the toothpaste? That's your expectation. You know that, right?
Thank you, the
And
little
if
shit.
he doesn't do
Wait,
that,
wait,
Yep.
wait, wait,
if
wait,
Yep.
wait.
he does not do that, you're gonna be
You're
like,
gonna get an attitude. She ain't coming back the next day,
she can't
Sheree.
come spend
She
the night.
is not coming
Fuck
back.
that. It's over.
She is, because
Wait.
after
It's
that,
done.
she gonna have to be on that. What is it? 10 mile.
Yes.
That's the maybe 10 mile test the next
10
day.
minute run.
So wait. So I would never get upset about nothing like that.
No,
Leaving.
I'm not saying you're getting
So
upset. It's just it's just sometimes things are just mentally like we have our own habits. We're content with a lot of different things. So when somebody does something that's not a part of our normal routine, it can throw
Right.
us off. No, we're not going to get mad. No, we're not going to snap on them, but they might not come around no more. And they may not even
man,
know why. Because
Right.
in our minds, this is what we expect, but we didn't really share it with them because it's like we're not really holding the expectations on them, so we just move on.
all right, man. I'm having. Yeah, talk to me like I'm stupid for like. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I'm being
Okay,
serious.
let me ask you a question.
All right.
How do you know how you said, because this is one of the questions that be in my head all the time. People talk about being single, and they say something very similar to what you said about having expectations when they get married. My question is, how do you even get to the marriage point if you're not willing to exercise the same things beforehand? Because all you're doing at that point after marriage is just agreeing to practice the same shit with the same person for however long y'all stay
Right.
married. Like, what's changing? You think, like, people think that marriage is supposed to just fix things. That's not what it is. It's like, why do people think that because now you decided, like, on the 28th you want to be single, on the 29th you just want to be married, and now all of those other rules are okay for me to deal with? Like, oh, you can question where I am. Oh, you can do this. Oh, well, I expect this and I expect that now because we married.
Mm-hmm.
How do
So,
we get
so
there?
let me
Because
ask you a
that's
question, Jen.
Was that a question
uh,
or was that just like a rhetorical setup for you to like?
I think it might have kind of been both, because no, it was a real question. It was a real
So
question.
let me ask
Okay.
you a question for just for clarity. So you're ultimately saying that, and this, I guess, this is where some clarification coming to, Dex, is that you're saying that at some point we should be dating, like when people say I'm dating for marriage, we should be dating with a similar structure to how we would want a marriage to be if we we're taking this person serious. Is that what you're saying? Just so we can start laying down certain expectations and start.
Yeah, like to flow into that state because it's like because people make it sound so abrupt when they say that. Like it doesn't just come from nowhere. It's a constant exercise of getting because as you get to know the other person, they opening up some stuff about you too. You getting to learn yourself. So it's you know it should be a balance in that in those transactions while y'all learning to get to know each other. But how do you even grow to the point of saying, you know what? I think I do want to commit here. I think I do want to do this. I think it just, I don't know.
No, I see
So
what
what?
you're saying. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me answer, right? So what I'm saying ultimately is I've learned. I think that it works better if you allow people to be who they are organically. Give yourself a good amount of time to figure out how they move, how they act, how they think organically without you placing any parameters or expectations on them so you can see what they would do instinctually, right? And once you get to a point, or once the two of y'all get to a point where you both decide that you want to commit to one another, then I think you have to walk into the threshold or cross the threshold of, okay, you want to be with me, I want to be with you. What is that supposed to look like? And then the conversation happens, and now you can start putting your expectations out there. But from what it's from, and maybe I interpreted you guys' comments incorrectly, because it was sounding like as soon as you pretty much meet somebody, you got like you placing expectations on them, and that makes it unfair because you placing expectations on people without talking about what your expectations are. And that's what I'm saying, that I will never do that again, because you almost have to, like, you know how people do like the baseline tests, right? They make you do a whole bunch of physical activities like on the first day to pretty much see where you are, like, already. And then you do whatever it is that you do for the next 60 to 90 days, and then you do another test to see where you are
The progress.
after 90 days. And then once you do that, now you can sit down and be like, all right, we need to work on this, and this. These are your strengths. These are your weaknesses. This is what you need to work on over the summer for next season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more so what I mean. You
Yeah,
can't
but
go to
again, even with that, like you already have your own natural expectations that no, you're not going to discuss. It's just embedded in your head already. So again, it's not that you're laying down these expectations. You already have them naturally. This is something that's just really uncontrollable because
what
these
what
are
expectations
habits. These are
what
habits
expectations do
and
you have?
these are things that you just constantly been doing all of your life. So as soon as somebody do something that rubs you the wrong way or make you feel uncomfortable and it's one of your expectations, it's done.
Give me an example, because I
I
don't really
already did. When I
toothpaste.
If
said
she
somebody
can't,
coming over your
I,
house.
I'm gonna, but I'm because you're the way that you're framing your statement is like, what is gonna, like, piss me off or make me
No, I'm
like,
not. I don't know, but it's from what I'm from listening to everything that's being said. Is like you don't want to hold no expectations over somebody. I get that. I understand that 100%. Nobody do, but we all have our own just within us as people. You're not doing it on purpose. It's not like you're doing it intentionally. Everybody has done it.
mhm,
We have
it's one
gotten
of the things.
somebody. You seen Boomerang, right? You seen Boomerang?
when I was young, so I
I
don't really
need you to
remember.
watch that, my brother. I need you to watch that. That was a good movie. Eddie Murphy, right? He had a
Mm-hmm.
thing about feet,
Mm-hmm.
right? So every girl he was talking to and he was sleeping with or whatever, while they was asleep, he would always wake up in the middle of the night and check their feet
Mm-hmm.
because that was one of his expectations. That was just his. He never had a discussion with them and said, "Oh, girl, you got ugly feet. I can't talk to you." It was just a natural thing for him. So he
Mhm.
had talked to what was her name?
The Leela Rashawn one,
Yeah, yeah.
the one
So
with the
Alina
pool.
Rashad, she had this dog. She was nice looking. She had herself. She was together. You hear me? She
Mhm.
had her white little outfit on with her white poodle in the park. Like she was bad.
Mhm.
He slept with her. He checked them dogs. Oh, it was done. Like, but she had no clue.
Right.
Mhm.
Like no clue whatsoever. So I'm not saying that you're going to do it intentionally, like, or you're going to tell them your expectations. We have our own natural, like it just comes naturally.
Or put it like this: it's in your energy field.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
that's an easier way to explain. Like humans come with things,
I
and expectations is on the list.
too.
No, I'm really listening. I'm really taking it in, right? Or
I got one.
I'm trying to
I,
think, I'm really trying to think to myself though, like what is something like that would make me disqualify somebody
I got it,
who
Judge Jackson.
who
I got it.
was who was qualified up to this point.
I got it. Are you ready?
I'm
Are
ready.
you ready?
I'm,
You
I'm ready.
meet somebody. Y'all at the down on the dam. You meet somebody at the Penn's Landing. I'm just thinking of Philly landmarks. I
This
don't
in
know.
Philadelphia? Wait.
Listen, it don't matter.
Simplicity.
Just
Wait. It do matter. No, it does matter. It does matter. Cause
you.
how am I meeting this person on Penn's Landing?
Which,
Am
listen,
I am I
listen.
in
You're
Philadelphia?
running.
Because she's not gonna make eye contact with me. Number one. And
oh
if I
my
say
God.
and if I say excuse me, she's definitely not gonna stop and acknowledge
He
me as a
needs to
human
be
being.
on Love Connection for sure.
Yeah, we do.
Cause
Jax, just to catch everybody up, we're doing tonight. Our talk is relationship resolutions, and we went like we always do. You know, what I mean, we grown, so our conversations go in a lot of different directions. One of the directions, we realize that we have a lot of qualified singles, males and females. So, so Cherie and I mean the Davises and friends are going to do a singles dating event. So we're talking about doing a love connection type event. All right. So in this way, Jax can have a lack of expectations for 3 other single women that he could potentially ask questions and get a feel for and see if at some point he could possibly put them on a pedestal of giving them an expectation. You know what I mean? Take time. Jackson just said, he's not saying you don't have expectation. He's saying you got to get to that point. That's all. He said, we just kicking it, baby. Come and go as you please. We just, hey, I don't owe you no explanation. You don't owe me no explanation. But if we moving on and we getting to that point, then yes, expectations will be laid out. That's all I'm hearing. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but that's
All right. So I meet this woman on Penn's Landing, and she looked at me in my face and she acknowledged me as a human being. So then what happens after that? Miracles already. Miracles.
Okay, hold on. Hold, please. Hold on. So y'all at Penn's Landing, you meet her running. Y'all both running, right? She's running slower than Judge Jackson, of course,
She
right?
black.
But she caught you.
don't do
She
that, Jack.
whatever
Don't
color you
do that.
wanted to be. Can she be
These are
purple?
these are 3 Philadelphia miracles. I just want you to
oh
understand.
my
I just
God.
want
It's
you
a
to
lot of
understand.
miracles in Philadelphia. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you something else. Okay, so listen. All right. So as
She
y'all are
runs a mile under
talking,
10 minutes. Go ahead.
you ask her, hold on, you ask her, how often do you work out? Y'all get into that conversation. And
Yeah.
you say the golden question. Well, can you run, what you say, 10 miles or 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
And
A
she
mile
A
in
say
10
mile in
yes.
minutes.
10 minutes.
And she say yes. What you doing tomorrow? All right, meet me at the gym. We gonna get on the treadmill. And she clock
Uh-oh.
out after 2 minutes. She clock, and if that ain't relatable, Jackson, I don't know what the hell to tell you. But like that's me remembering something about what you said,
Uh-huh.
and let her out so she can go to the bathroom because she about to drive me nuts. So that now, if you can't understand what we trying to say for me saying that, that mean that the person was hopeful because she was good enough to lie instead of just being honest. Man, I can't run for 10 minutes or 10 miles. I'm
She might
not
have
there
caught a
yet.
cramp. She might have caught a cramp. That's all. We're going to give it.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Hey,
but
you know what's crazy? You know how sick my mind is? I ain't believe her no way. So I ain't expect that.
But see, that's your
I didn't
problem.
I ain't
expect that.
believe no way.
That's your damn problem.
I didn't expect her to run a mile in
Wow,
10
not
minutes.
expect. Here you
Oh
Okay,
go.
but
So
my
listen.
God.
Oh, you're gonna use the E word, huh?
Here
AJ,
you
now,
All
go.
right, well,
AJ,
listen.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna tell
find
you.
you a wife
Can
one
y'all
day.
go
I
in
got
the
somebody
house?
for you.
my
I got
feelings
somebody for
my
you.
feelings aren't hurt because
Yeah,
I
I
didn't expect her to
cannot
do that no
see
way.
you. Somebody
Hey,
ain't hitting that
Bradshaw,
right.
tap
Get in the house
Bradshaw.
God,
now.
you've been single for too long, my brother. It's time to come
Tap
outside on the
Bradshaw in.
porch. We need to.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what. One day, me and one of my girlfriends went to Penn's Landing. We was minding our business, eating tacos, and these guys was like, "It's crowded. Can we sit with y'all?" All right, go ahead. This one guy kept going on and on and on and on and on about Philly girls is trash. Philly girls is this, and I'm just sitting there like this, listening to him. And I said, you know what I think it is? I think it's your energy. I think that you're so disgusted by your own situations that you have created whatever you think the ideal woman is in this city, and that's who you always gonna run into.
Wow.
You
Mhm.
built the mechanics around yourself
You
for it.
manifested it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Time for a
if
change, brother.
you right, you set an expectation, you become a master manifester because you get it every time. You're gonna get the one that give you excuses, bullshit. Ah, you can't run for 10 minutes. You can't do anything for 10 minutes.
Wait, me? I don't get.
Man,
Wait. First of all, I don't get
I'm
no.
never
I
gonna let
don't
you
get
live
no
that
Hey,
bullshit.
down.
Yes.
I don't get no bull.
I
I
gotta
don't
get
get
Here,
no
my
wisdom
weight
in
up.
the
bullshit.
God
building.
damn.
I don't get no bullshit. I don't get turned down because I don't approach. I don't get ignored because I don't try to be. I don't try to get people's attention. I'm chilling in my bubble, man. I'm good.
I understand the bubble thing, but I'm just talking about the effects outside the bubble.
Ain't no outside. I don't be outside.
Oh my, get him
Outside.
off of
Mm.
here. Good night. Jackson, I'll see you in court next Wednesday. I'll see Judge Jackson next Wednesday.
He said,
New year, new mind. Oh my God.
All right,
He know
y'all.
resolution.
the point I'm trying to make. He
Hey,
just being
you know
smart.
what? Hey,
I know.
you know what's wild? You know what's ironic? It's kind of funny, and it's my sick mind that connects these dots, though. But you know, like a lot of the things that I say is the male version of protect your peace. But because but a lot of the time I feel like because I'm a guy, right? And I say it in jest. I tell a lot of jokes and shit. People label it as somebody just put in there low self-esteem. People label it as low
Hey,
self-esteem or
self-esteem.
confidence or like you got trust issues. I saw that in the comments too. But like maybe I'm just protecting my peace. Like maybe this is where I feel decent. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe this is where I feel focused. Maybe this is my what do y'all call it? Like maybe this is my
Me too.
journey. I'm along my journey of
Ha!
self-improvement.
Give it to
So when I am ready to get back out there, I'm a better person, which is going to allow me to attract the person that I really need.
There you go. And
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
I definitely agree with that. And we get shamed as men for taking that. Like, how dare he? You know what I mean? Want to be in his own bubble and working on his businesses and you know what I mean and better himself as an individual. How dare he? He has low self-esteem. He has trust
But
issues.
he's been
Like,
in that bubble since 2017. It's time to
what's
pop
wrong with
that.
that? I
What that
was that been
for?
single for years and still
It's
got to
time
get.
to pop that.
You
But wait,
know
I got a for real question, like a legit question, all jokes
Hey,
aside, right? Like, what's the deal with like people wanting people looking from the outside in, thinking that you're a good guy, thinking that you quote unquote like deserve love, right? Like, what's wrong with somebody just like being single? Like, what's like? Because maybe that's better. Maybe that's better for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure y'all know because y'all are married, right? Relationships fucking take a lot out of you.
what
A lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of stress, a lot of even with the right person, it's a lot,
That's a fact.
right? And maybe sometimes like you're not ready for so much. Like you maybe you just want to relax, like chill. Like let me continue to have my hair black for a few more years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like,
My hair
like,
black.
no,
Gonna
like
stress
'cause
you out in the grays.
I get that like from being a guy, right? Because like again, all jokes aside, right? A lot of people, if you were to ask them to give me like the thumbs up or the thumbs down on whether he a good guy or is he a fuck boy or whatever, right? A lot of people unfortunately would say I'm a good guy because that's the last thing that women want. But it's like you see somebody who's considered to be a good guy. Why do y'all want that guy to be in a relationship so bad? Like why don't y'all just want that guy to be happy however happiness may come? Why do y'all want him to be in a relationship? Like why do y'all think having a
I'm gonna tell you what that is.
No,
Oh,
because
you go ahead, Jamal.
the reason why, and it's not your fault to fill the void. It's not your responsibility, rather, to fill the void. But there's such a need for good guys.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
It really makes women upset for a good guy
Mhm.
to choose himself and his career over dating. You know what I mean? So that's very interesting. That's a good question. You know, I don't think you're a good guy.
I don't
Get
think you're a
Bradshaw
good
here.
guy. Thank you.
Get Bradshaw in
My
here.
pussy rate just went up.
I don't think you're a good guy.
My pussy, keep writing bullshit. My pussy rate is going sky high, my nigga. Appreciate you.
Put Bradshaw.
Listen,
This my.
I do think that.
Put her in. You know what I mean? She likes the spark stuff, and we gonna get you in here so you can, ignite. You know what I'm saying? She told me, I don't think you're a good guy. But Jackson's like, me being a bad guy makes my rate go up, which is true, because y'all know y'all don't like good guys. So Jax,
My God.
good job. City Boys just
We
went
do
up.
like good guys. They just need to have like 10% demon in them or something.
See, look.
If you like,
You know, so they not
right,
really that.
I'm gonna leave with this. I'm gonna leave with this. If y'all like good guys so much, go fuck a couple and come back and report to me. Go fuck a few good niggas where you don't have to tell bullshit stories about the niggas that you fuck, and then come back and tell us all about it.
That just
Go
made
fuck
them.
some-
That just made them
When he get
nauseous. Hold
aggressive
on,
like
real
that, then
quick.
I'd be like, oh
Jax,
God.
I saw it in Jen's face. It made her nauseous when you said go
Yeah.
fuck a good guy. She was like,
No, because I have.
it just a
I have, and I
came up.
told y'all.
A little
I
bit.
told y'all about that.
And yeah,
Like that's not it. I told y'all how that relationship resolved.
hold up.
I did.
And
I like
Jen,
good guys,
what you finna? I want
but
to hear what you say.
10% demon.
No, Jen, I want to hear what you guys say, and then Jen, I want you to tap out. I want Bradshaw to come on here while Jax is on. So
Oh, she could light up Jackson.
yeah, I want to hear how this gonna go. You know what I mean? Let
Judge
me
Jackson.
have my perspective. You know what I'm saying? So Bradshaw got the adverse. She's just been itching. She's been antagonizing just to get on here. You gonna get what you asked for. So what happened to the
I don't
good
even
guy?
know
Jen, what happened to the good
what the
guy?
hell was I saying? Oh,
The good guy.
listen. When you're in a relationship with somebody and you start to grow, it's very possible to outgrow them. Just because they're nice or you're nice does not mean you're going to be together forever. When I asked him that forever question, oh my God.
Was he playing PlayStation? Because y'all texting at the wrong time. This nigga about to, you know what I mean? He got the whole, you know what I'm saying? This nigga got, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Goddamn. He playing, you know what I mean? He Black Ops. And this nigga, you know what I mean? He got the whole
She was so disgusted talking about the good guy that her Wi-Fi said, fuck
wow. The signal.
Here we go. So here's the thing, right?
Here we go.
Because like no. First of all, that's bullshit. And I'm gonna just call it spade a spade. That's bullshit what you sitting on here talking about you don't got expectations. Like everybody has expectations to some degree. You're not gonna go in a restaurant and pay your money and say, oh, I didn't have expectations, so if the food's trash, I'm still gonna pay $100 a plate. No, nigga, you're gonna be like, I expect that shit to be good. And like when you're in a relationship or friendship, whatever you at or whatever you're doing, when you expect some pussy or you expect a girl to come and have sex with you because now you got me like real hot and like I don't even talk like this, but like when you, because I'm so sure you be okay, let me get back there because my daughter might get jump here, but like when you be like being intimate with a woman, right? You expect her to drop them, whatever you say to her or
No,
whatever how you get into your house, nigga.
no,
Bye, boy.
no,
You
no,
ain't being
no, no, no,
rude.
no, no.
Listen,
And I know. No,
no,
wait.
listen, no,
Okay,
wait.
you're right.
I'm not
My fault.
done. I ain't
You're right. My
done
fault.
though.
My
But at the end
apologies.
of the
My
day,
apologies.
though, you got some expectations because nigga, you want some. So at the end of the day, right? You can sit on here and try to act like I'm this good guy. I don't think you're a good guy. You know why? Because I think you are a mind manipulator. And like all of that, I don't got expectations, nigga. You got expectations, but you don't want to say them because nigga, you've been hurt, and that's fine. And everybody, and you can take as much time as you need to heal, and all of that bullshit that you were saying. Cool, but everybody got expectations. So you can like, and there was something that you just said about what you just say, because like
Any-
you was burning me out the whole thing, and normally I would click off, but I just had to get on here because like no, you ain't being truthful,
Can
and
I?
like you keep talking, and then you made mention about what the hell you said about a girl.
You're a great listener. You was listening crazy good.
Yeah, I'm a great listener because here's the thing. Because here's the thing though, right? Because we're gonna call it a spade a spade. Like I agree with what you're saying about having expectations. Like so me gonna like I don't know what your name is, but like one thing about me, I'm always gonna will it back in, and I always gotta revert back to me. I used to have expectations of my friends. I used to have expectations of like my mom. I used to have expectations of like a whole bunch of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I had to pay a whole bunch of money in therapy to realize I gotta stop expecting people to be me, like how I would treat a situation, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like I get the whole don't have expectations so you won't get like quote unquote your feelings hurt or like won't be disappointed. So like I get that
Get
expectation.
off
I
that
mean
one man
that
level more. Go ahead, my fault.
I get I
Go ahead.
get that part of the expectation part. So like don't have expectations so you won't get basically like your feelings hurt from your mind. It could even be your kids. Because like I expected my kid to just automatically assume to come in the house and do the dishes. But like she not a mind reader. People aren't mind readers. So like if you never had a conversation with somebody about just regular stuff, they're not going to know what you expect out of them.
Mhm.
So expectations aren't bad, and expectations are always good, but everybody has expectations though. So you have so I agree with what the other girl was saying. Basically, like you got unintentional expectations because that's just the way of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It
so
don't
I'm sorry.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you chime in for 3 minutes. Go ahead.
All right. So a couple things you said. I'm gonna try to start from the top if I can remember correctly. And I know y'all don't know me, right? Y'all don't know me for real. So I can understand. And I understand like the way that I look, the way that I speak. It's
I don't
hard to.
think that has anything to do with it. That doesn't have anything to do with it, sir.
This is just.
I'm a
I know. I thought you were
college.
finished.
I'm a college. I have a college degree, baby, and
Mm.
not and you probably think I'm this ghetto mom, and I'm pulling up into the suburbs, baby. So the way you speak and the way you look don't mean nothing to me. But go ahead.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay.
150,
So
155% sure.
so I was to the people on the panel, yourself included, not specifically you, but also the people in the comments. Like the way that the reason that I say the way that I look and the way that I speak is just because I'm just aware of the way that I look and the way that I convey my thoughts. Right. Sometimes it could be thought of as being aggressive or what have you. I'm saying whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. It's just something that I'm aware of.
I feel.
A lot of people don't
So
necessarily.
you expect someone
Hold on. Let
to
this man. Hold on. Let him
automatically
complete the
assume.
thought.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let him
Go
complete the
ahead.
thought. Go ahead.
So
Go ahead, Jax.
nah. So it's like because I have a pod. I do a pod. We talk about these type of things a lot of the time, and sometimes like the way that some of my experiences or some of my outlooks or my mindsets or the way that I live life or the things that I do or don't do, a lot of the time people don't believe what it is that I say. People don't believe that I act a certain way or that I don't act a certain way. So I just want to say all of that to say the sex thing. if a woman comes over to my house, if I'm on a date with a woman, if I pay for the date, if a woman comes up over to my house at 12 o'clock or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., I swear to God, I don't expect shit. And I'm not going to put that pressure on that woman because I have so many women friends who hate being in those situations where
I understand that
even
100%. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying I agree. I understand it.
so like I just want to make that clear. Like I
But you didn't answer my question.
I so don't have sexual expectations from any woman at any time because just because a woman has had sex with you yesterday don't mean she want to fuck you tomorrow. Just because a woman just sucked your dick 30 minutes ago don't mean she want to do it 30 minutes from now. She don't have to do nothing just because she used to do something. So and I've been in situations where like you said, I have expected things before and it wasn't right. It wasn't the right thing to do. So I've grown to a point to control my own mind to not expect certain things from certain people, right? And it doesn't just stop at sex, but I really wanted to rebut that because I don't.
But
I don't
that's
need,
not. But you didn't answer what I said. I didn't say
well,
that you expected someone to be intimate with you because because they came over your house, or because you paid for dinner. What
what did
I
you say?
said was, I said when you yourself get the urge to want to be intimate with the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are your expectations when you call someone?
Wait,
Or were you ready to I don't know how you get like that's like beyond my scope because I'm a married woman, so like I'm not trying to figure out like what you do, how you say it, give me a layout. But what I'm saying is when you get the urge to be intimate,
mm-hmm.
right, and we all grown, when you want to be intimate and you got that
For
urge,
sure.
you call somebody, right?
No, I usually jack off because I haven't
Oh,
fucked. I have no.
Oh my
I
God.
usually I usually I usually jack off. I haven't fucked since May 2021. So I have the urges often, but I don't have no I don't know if you was on the joint earlier, but I was like I don't have no hoes. Like I don't have nobody I could call up and just be like, yo, come through and just like, you know what I'm saying, suck me off real quick because I need that.
No, but
I
what
don't have
she's
nobody in
not
my
saying, like, she's not necessarily saying you having someone. So what she's saying to you is that you're going to have right off straight off the back have expectations in your mind that when you call somebody on the phone, because basically you want to have sex with them. So when you
right.
calling this particular person on the phone and
Mm-hmm.
asking them to come over, your expectations is for them to get an ass up. So when they get there and they do not
But it
reach
don't
those
apply to him. I mean,
expectations.
he can't even use that example because that doesn't apply to him. He's just
But listen,
Why is it gonna
even
happen?
no, but even with that, even with that example, I've been in full-fledged relationships, dog, where my girl don't want to
It's
fuck.
getting late. It's getting late.
You feel me? So like, who am I? A woman might change her
No,
mind.
I
A
mean,
woman, a woman might change her mind while she's on her way to the crib and she get here and she don't want to do nothing. So it would, so,
155%. So I
so it
mean,
would be,
that
so
kind
it
of
would
like
be, it
tie
would.
back in. Hold on, real quick. That kind of like tie back in when I said like basically like I agree with what you're saying about like not having the expectations part. I agree with that part, but what I'm having, I guess, a little hard time with is like you saying, like basically at no specific time you don't have any expectations, and you just said you have a podcast, right?
I didn't say
So
that.
do you?
I didn't say
All
it
right,
no time.
wait, listen. No, that's how you're coming off, and like your responses to stuff, basically saying like I'm this man, and the way I look, I just and people just assume, and I just don't have expectations. Like, bro, you just sat there and said that for the last 2 hours. So what I'm saying is that's why I got on here like everybody got expectations. When you go make a hot dog, you expect the hot dog to be good, right? Because you be hungry.
we
Because it's just like
hold on.
like
Now we getting like into the small, like, you know what I'm saying, itty bitty
no,
thing.
I'm saying
But
like
no,
just like on a bigger.
but this is the thing too, and I'm So I can't speak for, you know what I'm saying, for Dex. He does a great job of speaking for himself. But in terms of expectations, you know what I mean, I do, you know what I'm saying, understand like to mitigate your own, yeah, I mean,
Mine.
disappointment.
Mhm.
No, your own
Yeah.
disappointment.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
that to me is also a form of not giving a fuck, you know what I mean, or giving less of a fuck. And that has helped in all reality in life, that has helped me out tremendously at times, is not having an expectation for certain people in certain situations. You know what I mean? I have an expectation in life. I have an expectation if I pay, you know what I mean, $2 that I'm going to get the hot dog I'm paying for. Like we all get that, Joe. But in terms of, you know what I mean, having, you know, putting somebody in position where they're going to disappoint me because of something that they don't do. Look at how many times in life we really have to take that power away from people. Like you might have had a you know what I mean, a boyfriend or whatever the case may be. What they say, fool me once, shame on who? On
Shame
you.
on
Yeah,
you.
shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I had to take away people's opportunity to even be able to fool me twice. You know what I mean? So, you know, I do understand that. And like I said, because I'm in a marriage, the mindset in a relationship is that, you know what I mean, or in a team and in a relationship is that there are expectations, because ultimately you guys are trying to fulfill common goals. You know what I mean? And for you guys to fulfill common goals, then you have roles, you have you have things to do. You know what I'm saying? You have, and so those things to do, you have tasks. So those tasks are absolutely, you know what I mean, things that you are expecting your partner to do. So, you know what I mean, being a single, you know, a single man that is, you know, still on his journey, you know what I mean, I respect the fact that, you know what I mean, you're taking the time to really go inward, and it's going to be hard for anybody to understand, you know what I mean, a sound grown man that's going to say, you know what, I'm going to abstain, or I'm going to, you know what I mean, go inward, you know what I mean, just so I can work on some things. And of course, no, you don't owe anybody any explanation, you know what I mean. So, you know, at the end of the day, I do, you know, I do understand that I have definitely had to take away the power of expectation from quite a
Mhm.
few, you know what I mean,
I think
for
I
myself.
think a better analogy, because y'all both use like the food analogy, right? If you go to a restaurant and you pay for $100 plate, you expect for the food to be good. Me, I think let's dissect it a little more.
Mm-hmm.
If I pay for $100 plate, I expect for the food to come out to my table.
Mm-hmm.
How it tastes is out of my I don't know. You feel me? If I call up a woman to come over to my house and she says that she's gonna come over, I expect for her to arrive at my house. What happens after that, I don't have no expectations on. So if we're gonna dissect it for real, like that's more so where my mentality is, or where
But
my
if she say
mindset
y'all
is.
gonna fuck, you expecting to fuck though.
If she say that, but I don't.
I'm
Again,
like
now if she
Tyler,
say that,
you said
now
we was gonna fuck.
Right.
now, but like if we're gonna be real, and maybe this is just maybe this is my lack of G, right? I've never had like scheduled sex like that. Like
It's no such thing as scheduled sex. It's called 12 a.m. Boo, you coming over? Yeah. It's
but you know
not.
what though?
Come on
But
now.
listen,
We grown. Now,
nah,
come on
but listen.
now. We
A
ain't
lot of
gonna play
people,
that game. They're coming
a
over
lot, a
2
lot of,
o'clock
a
in
lot
the
of,
morning. We gonna hold
a
hands
lot
and
of,
look
a
at each
lot of
other. Get
women,
the fuck out of
a
here.
lot of women do play that game though. A lot of women do play that game.
Yeah,
A
That,
lot of
that,
women play that
yeah,
game. I agree.
yeah, a lot
I
of
I
women
agree.
play that game.
that can,
So
I agree.
again,
That's a dangerous game. But what I'm saying is,
but
I mean, I agree. I agree to disagree. I mean, I'm not here to like antagonize you or none of that. But I just the whole. I mean, because like even for me in my marriage, I had expectations, and I never verbally expressed my, I guess, how my, like, what my expectation was. So I just automatically used to assume he should do X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So
that's
that's
unfair
why, I
though.
mean, so like talking about your expectation is definitely good, and like, you know, setting boundaries and everything is like definitely good. So like when the other girl said, so how would you how do you go from a man that, and this is like a question that I really want to know, like how do you go from a man that doesn't have expectations or doesn't have expectations for people or about a lot of things? How do you be openly and like ready to date whatever that looks like for you? You know what I'm saying? Because it looks different for everybody. So when you are ready to, like, I guess, get back out there or whatever the case may be, like, what does that look like for you? Like how, like, you just want to go in like every day, we just hello, like maybe she called me, maybe she not going to call me, like I don't like what does that look like for you? And
Yeah.
that's just a question.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm just like out, when you say out there, like if I'm just like dating or just out there frivolously, like I'm not attached or committed to anybody, then
Just
yeah, like
dating. Yeah.
I would never,
No,
I would
no, no,
never
no, 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 no. I ain't mean to say dating. I mean, remember when you said you, like, y'all got a date and then like, I guess when y'all, I guess, talk
establish
about
commitment.
being in a commitment, then y'all
Yeah.
can talk about expectations. But I just want to know, like, how do you date without having expectations? Like, date that one person before you try to quote unquote take it to the next level? Or did I
No,
misinterpret
I
what
mean,
you were saying?
I think you just experience them. Like you just, you know what I mean? Like you don't, I don't know how to, I don't know how to explain how to not put cuffs on somebody. Like you let them live their life. They let you live yours. And
No, not cuffs.
no, I'm
Because
like,
okay,
figuratively
all
speaking,
right,
like,
wait. Let me break this down a little bit more. So, because I feel like I need to like pick your brain because maybe I don't understand it. Like I like to like learn. So like, so what you're saying is, so you tie expectations to like commitment or cuffs in the sense that you said. So that's how you that's how you, because you know different words and different phrases mean different things for different people.
Yeah,
mhm.
I see what you're saying.
So for you, is like in your brain, dude, that's what that means. Like when I start having expectations, that means I'm trying to like cuff her and I'm trying to
Or
like be
control,
only
or
with her and exclusive.
does it, like you try to say, like, does it mean like either like controlling or restriction? Does that,
Yeah,
you know, is that,
yeah. Like, so if
what it
that's what
means
you
to,
were equating
yeah.
having expectations with.
Well, in terms of like we've already dated for like a year, and now we've actually had the conversation of like, yo, like I wanna date you exclusively. Like maybe we're not in a relationship yet, but we've gotten to a point where we decide that we want to only date one another exclusively to see what it's like before we decide on whether or not we want to enter an official relationship, right?
Okay.
So like then I think that would be the appropriate time. That would be the appropriate time to have the conversation on like to kind of basically experiment on if each one of us can successfully maneuver with the new expectations that we are verbalizing to one another. If does that make sense? Like so
I
if okay.
mean, no and yeah. So I'm okay. So let me get it one more like deep down dive into it. Just one more layer.
Okay.
So when you're dating, getting to know before you even get to that point, right? Do
Mhm.
you expect her to like check in with you? Like,
No,
do you?
no.
So you wouldn't care if she didn't call you for days?
Now those are two different things to me.
No, I no.
Like no,
A check in is a call. I mean, to
I'm
me.
about to answer you. Let me
Go ahead.
let me answer you. So when I say that those are two different things, because you said you wouldn't expect for her to check in with you, and I said no. And then you said so you wouldn't care if she didn't call you for days on end. I would care, but it wouldn't be within my right because we're not together, because we're not committed. It wouldn't be within my right to really call you out on something like that because
But you had an expectation for her to check in.
because I don't have the right to do. I don't. This is what I'm saying.
You
If
just
we're
said you
if
would feel some type of way though.
Yeah, but
I mean, what's your
no,
name,
but
Jackson?
let me talk for 30 seconds.
All
Just
right,
30 seconds.
go ahead.
Just give me 30, right?
Go ahead.
So if we're talking, if we're in the dating stage, but we're not committed to one another,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy communicating with you. I like when you shoot me a text and check on me and see how I'm doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I probably have gotten to a point where I'm used to hearing from you. I'm accustomed to hearing from you every day. If a few days go by and you don't text me or you don't hit me up or you don't quote unquote check in, will I care? Will I be a little like puzzled? Will I be a little bit hurt? Like, damn, like what's going on? Absolutely. But this is where my brain kicks in, because I know that I don't have the right. I don't have the right to really call you out on that, because I haven't made the step to establish the fact that we are something. Right?
Okay.
So I can't call if you have no responsibility to me, or I have no responsibility to you, right? I don't really have, that's like out of my jurisdiction, because technically I haven't asked you to commit to me. So how can I require for you to check in with me? Like, to me,
So,
that's not fair. Like, that's not
okay.
fair.
So what's your name? I'm sorry. Your name not Jackson was the
Jackson.
girl, right? Oh, you are Jackson. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So Jackson, so is it, I like Judge Judy a little bit. So is it fair to say that you started developing like you would start developing some type of expectation, and when the expectation of her not communicating with you like she normally does, like because that's something you had started expecting her to do because she started doing it on a normal. You kind of get where I'm going at with this, Jackson?
I get you trying to coerce me into saying that I do.
No, I'm not trying to coerce
No,
you
I
at
get it. I mean,
all.
you're
I'm
doing
not trying to
it.
coerce you at all. I'm just trying to like I'll let you talk for the whole. You had 67 seconds that I'll let you talk, and I ain't interrupt.
I
And when
appreciate
I'm in, so like maybe for you, right? Maybe you don't look at that as like when you, because this is your words, not mine. You said when y'all start to develop this friendship, and she's checking in. Well, I use the word check in, but you use the word communicating with you, and you like the texts and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
How I look at that, right? As you start getting accustomed to y'all thing that y'all building, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the minute that she changed the dynamics, which the other girl said, I thought her name was Jackson, but what the other girl said, like the moment the dynamics start changing and she didn't text you, you expected her to text you, but in your defense, it's kind of like, I can't say nothing because I never made this official. But let me say something else. You ever heard like what's understood don't need to be explained? Because it's kind of like a lot of situations that like for sure, I never told Cherie, like, Cherie, you are my boo, like you are my friend. But it's kind of like if I call Cherie, I think I probably got more expectation than Cherie than she probably do with me, because like if I call Cherie 4 o'clock in the morning, Cherie, I need help, da 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 da, I expect Cherie to answer the phone and help me whatever I need help with. You get what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
I'm not saying that I'm not trying to coerce you in like the whole expectation thing, but like I just think like over time when you develop these friendships, quote unquote, that like just a little bit, maybe you have a different word for it instead of saying expectations, but you know what I'm trying to say? But it's just something that, you know, I don't know.
Well, I think this goes back though. This honestly is gonna go
Somebody
back.
say happy holidays.
This is what up, Jazz? What up?
Stand on it, bro. 10
This is
toes down.
honestly this is gonna go back. This is gonna go back to me thinking that this is more of a. It might just be something that's a disconnect because I'm a man and you're a woman, right? But like, because to me, first of all, what's understood don't need to be explained is one of the most bonehead phrases I think that exists in our culture, because that is the point precisely where miscommunication starts to fuck up your relationships, because both of y'all think that y'all don't need to talk about what you expect out of one.
Right, exactly.
Right, so that's dumb. That's dumb.
So this is why talking about it is great, because
but you're not letting me talk
talking
about
about
it.
expectations.
You let me talk about it. You gave me 67 seconds. I gave you about 130. Like, let me you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. Amazing. So she cut out. But all I'm saying is, because she was trying to go back to the part where where me and a woman would communicate every day. Maybe she falls off with her communication, and I feel a way about it. I think I'm allowed to. I think people are allowed to feel a way about something without calling it an expectation, right? Like, just because I enjoy talking to you, doesn't mean that you owe me a conversation. And because of the fact that I understand that you don't owe me a conversation, simultaneously means that I don't expect a conversation from you. I'm grateful that the opportunity to speak with you.
Mhm.
I'm thankful for the opportunity to speak with you, because I understand that you don't owe me your time.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I understand that, you know what I'm saying, like you're carving out part of your day to talk to me because you want to get to know me more. That don't mean that, like, I don't expect that from you. I'm grateful of that of
Uh,
you. It's not like, y'all
no,
are determined to really not
no, I'm
try
really
to
not.
understand
So
where I'm coming
I
from, because
think
you
you
keep you I know you don't want to understand, because you keep trying to talk
no.
while I'm trying to talk. You don't want to understand me. Just
Oh, I agree with you. This is go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I'm sorry.
you're not gonna let me. You don't,
All
stop
right.
telling me to go ahead, and every time I go, I'm done.
No, Jack, listen, Jax, you're landing the plane. Keep going.
Right.
Go ahead.
You really is, because
You landing the plane
I
because
think
they try
right.
every angle
Oh, you
to
better call me
pierce
tonight.
to pierce
No,
your armor,
I just
but
think no,
your
Ma, listen.
understanding, your connection to how you feel is clear. It's
Right.
non-understanding that is the issue. So all you're
Right.
doing is you know what I mean, clarifying for
Clear.
them to understand, but not, you know what I mean, being in position to be swayed on how you feel. That's an
But
armor. You know what I mean? So
I
they're
just
getting a better understanding. You're landing a plane. So you know what I mean? Go ahead. You good.
All right. So I just so all right, you're right. Wheels down. Wheels down. We're descending. We're descending, right? So yeah. But nah. So okay, so to go back to the dating scenario of when expectations are to be entered into or incorporated into the actual relationship, I
mhm.
think with expectations comes with like a sense of responsibility and accountability. I think that it's unfair for me to put responsibility on you if I, as the man, have not introduced the fact that I want to invest in you a little bit more than what we've already got going on. That's
Mhm.
unfair. Like to me, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some simp
Nope.
shit. Maybe there's some let her do what
Nope.
she do. You know what I'm saying, shit. But
You pulled up the
if I'm
charm.
not if I'm not gonna quote unquote claim you, or if you not mine and I'm not yours, right? Who am I to place my expectations on you? Like, to me, that don't make sense. Like, because that's when you get the tweets and the posts and the conversations about how women don't understand why niggas don't want them to go here and do this and go with your girls, and why you out partying and why you dressing that. And nigga, I'm not even your girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your fucking woman. I'm not your lady. I'm not your wife, nigga. You can't tell me shit,
Mhm.
nigga. Shut the fuck up talking to me until you establish some sort of commitment with me. So here I am. I hear you. I hear y'all. So until I introduce that commitment of like, yo, I expect this is what I expect of you. I expect for you to do this. I don't expect you to do that. I expect you to behave this way, X, Y, and Z. But what comes with that expectation, I now have to offer my commitment to you. So if I'm not offering my commitment to you, I can't really say shit to you.
But Brad,
I'm offering, like, this is what I'm trying to say, that I'm offering the freedom. Like, you have the freedom to be free of expectation, because as of right now, we're not an item.
Bradshaw,
Yes.
and you have completely the listen. Guess what? The motherfuckers that was on the plane are now getting off the plane. You know what I mean, and going to luggage. So Bradshaw, Do you see why men say that women don't know what they want? Because this is a perfect example of a man giving women exactly what they
Hey,
asked for. And
can I
and by most of the women that were here, he was getting tarred and feathered. But ultimately, what he's saying is, I don't have the right to expect anything from you if I haven't claimed you, if I haven't shown that I'm invested in us moving forward as a unit. And niggas do that shit all the time. And I got aunts, sisters, all that, and they will tell you like, this nigga talking about I shouldn't wear this. Like, first of all, you didn't buy the shit, and you're not even my man. So who is you to even put me on that? He's ultimately saying that, and he's getting tarred and feathered for saying, listen, I'm not going to put my expectations on you if I haven't done my job as a man to say, hey, would like for us to be an item. And that's the direction that I'm moving.
So I understand that 100%. That wasn't what I was disagreeing with. I
Nah,
think that
we done. Nah. Excuse me.
no,
We're the official Jazz or whatever.
no.
She said she want to have a conversation.
Wait. That he
Done.
had 22.
Baggage claim. Baggage
Oh
claim.
my God.
Yeah. Now you found something else. Come on, hey Jax.
All I
Good
said
job,
was-
my man. You stuck in there. You know what I mean? You held it down. What? City Boys is up, baby.
He's stupid.
Hold on.
Yo,
I'm about
he's
to let
stupid,
somebody
yo.
in real quick. Hold on, Pedro.
All I said, man. Got it out of there.
Yo, he's crazy, man.
We rolling.
No, my bad. Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Daz, what up? What
Lynn,
up?
what's going on, everybody?
What's up, family? Talk to us.
Oh God.
Okay, so first of all, y'all gotta like include me in. I came in on the tail end, and I don't want to be ignorant as fuck. So let me know what's going on.
Break it. Well, ultimately, our topic today was relationship resolutions. But since we grown folk, we done went from different topics, and one of the topics that we would
Per usual,
right for sure.
right?
And one of the topics, our last topic that we just closed in on, that Jackson masterfully landed the plane on, was he was ultimately saying that he has no expectations of females that he's dating or seeing, without giving them without them being someone that he would like to take to the next level. You know what I mean?
Oh damn, he fell off.
Something of that nature. We were talking. She probably can still hear what's going on, but ultimately we were talking about expectations, and Jackson was saying he didn't want to. He didn't
Oh,
expectations.
okay, my bad. I think it like chimed me out. My bad.
You good?
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. So I mean, just in a nutshell, Jackson was saying he didn't want to have expectations on women that he didn't have intentions on making exclusive. Pretty much.
Okay, so
Did I sum that up,
in
Jackson? No.
Yeah, you good.
okay, so in retrospect, oh my bad, Jax. I didn't mean to talk over you, bro.
You straight. You straight.
I agree with him. I feel like you can't force anybody to do anything that you haven't made mutually exclusive. It was a part in there where Jackson was like, he hates that within our culture, like, oh, what's understood doesn't need to be said. And I think that's bullshit. I agree with you in that, Jax. Like, no, actually, even what's understood does still need to be said. We need to communicate these things, because if you don't tell me what you
She was getting there too.
They keep kicking her out. That was happening to me a couple of weeks ago. They didn't want me to. They didn't want me to come here and cook and shit.
That's because y'all be on here showing off on other people's lives now. Because y'all get on here, they be like, oh,
She was getting somewhere. You know what I mean? But ultimately, until she comes in, we were talking about, expectations. You know what I mean? Someone says in the comments, everyone has a role to play. I agree. Jen tells us to calm down more. No, the City Boys is up. We going, you know what I mean? We turned up, baby.
y'all ain't up.
That's funny.
Ultimately, you know what I mean? Oh, here we go. I think she came back in. Who we got?
Hey. Oh, I'm not her.
Oh.
It's somebody else.
Okay.
I'm not
What's going on?
Right.
Oh, you done switched up on us?
Yeah, I'm somebody else. But I do want to just talk about the expectations real quick.
Okay. Talk to us.
because I feel like the examples that y'all are giving, it's like, yeah, some things you would not expect. Some things you should not have an expectation on somebody who you're just dating. However, I do think how y'all were saying, like way in the beginning, that we all have some type of expectation. For example, like if I was, say I was just dating somebody and I just met them and I invited them over to my house, I would not expect them to go through my closet and steal all of my stuff. If they did, I'd be quite upset because that's not something that.
I'm just kicking everybody off.
Look, you know what though? But that's a joint. You know what I mean? That is a joint. What's understood. You know what I mean? Don't have to be explained. You're not gonna come to my house. I'm not gonna say, hey, don't steal my shit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that. Steal my shit.
But that's what I was saying with like.
So
I understand what he's saying, where like he doesn't have all these expectations for somebody that he's not exclusive with. But you just have certain expectations in general with your life in general, just with people, that it's just natural. It's not like intentional. Like you're not intentionally putting all these expectations on somebody and expecting them to be a certain kind of way because y'all not exclusive. So you can't really do that to nobody. It's not fair, but sometimes it's just natural and it's not like intentional. Like you're not really doing it on purpose. It just happens.
Okay. I will acquiesce to that. Like, of course, I'm not expecting for someone to steal my shit. I'm expecting for someone. I'm expecting for someone to use the bathroom and flush the fucking piss down the toilet. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, what the?
Y'all got
like,
one, ladies. That's the expectation.
What are we talking about? If that's the plea that y'all want me to cop, okay, you got me.
Right.
Jesus Christ! Like,
I don't want you to plea anything. I want you to come out of your bubble. That's all I want you to do.
So I can be stressed out. So I can be stressed out like the rest of you niggas. I'm good, Brody. Y'all crazy. Look at me. I'm smiling. I got all my teeth. You feel me? Like I'm good. Y'all want me to come out here and lose some teeth?
It cut you off. It wasn't us.
J Love. Yeah, you got bumped out. You can try to get back in though. We ain't do that intentionally. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, we ain't bumping nobody. It's just bumping.
I got cut off.
Yeah, we ain't do
that. It's doing that to everybody.
But I mean, maybe even to not that extreme. For example, which is a lot of people's expectations. Some people have an expectation that when you go to their house, you don't sit on their bed with your outside clothes on. Mm-hmm. These are just expectations that people may have. You might not be dating that person, but you come to their house. I had a guy that when I came to his house, I did not realize that his expectation was you don't walk around his house with your shoes on. People have expectations.
But
even if it's not like major expectations, you might have the expectation that your girl doesn't come to your house, wear your hoodies, mess it up, throw it on the floor. Like people have expectations,
life expectations.
Yeah, so I do agree with that. I also do agree that it is important to.
Cut her off again.
Damn.
I don't know. It's past our bedtime. That's what that is.
When you say expectations when you come in their house, I thought of Dave Chappelle when he was like, "Fuck your couch, nigga."
Fuck your couch, nigga.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I expect you not to sit on my couch and put your feet on it with mud, you know what I mean, and kick on my couch. So yes, we do have expectations.
It's Jackson and the voodoo. He doing like this. He doing like this. Can't nobody see him. Spirit fingers.
Shade Free said, yes, we want Jax to fall deeply in love. We can't wait. I can't wait.
Listen, I was going to say, Jax, when you get married, I need to shake this woman's hand. Give her a hug.
Y'all crazy.
I'm buying her some track sneakers.
But
when y'all go run.
You know what's crazy though? What's crazy is like I'm really like the simplest, easiest. Like I'm the chillest person, bro. Like I'm the ironic part is I'm telling y'all the fact that I don't expect nobody to do nothing special, and y'all talk about, oh, I'm gonna shake the person's hand who you marry. Like, I'm telling y'all, shit, based off of this conversation, she don't even gotta do shit. Like, what y'all talking about?
It's simple to me.
Well, I just hearing that, and she ain't gonna last. But we need to really home, Jamal. Come on, it's getting late.
Listen, so what I want to do is, this was a great live, as always. We're good folks in here. We are heading into the new year, 2023. Today was about relationship resolutions. It was also about, expectations. You know what I mean? So what I want to do is I want to get some of our closing statements on.
I'm tired of Jackson and his voodoo. I'm tired of
Bro,
this shit, man.
I'm hands free.
Here we go. Here we go. Jen, I want you to give us your closing statement.
Hurry up before it cut you off.
Yeah, because
It's a scam. It's a scam. Get your money, move out the way. It's a scam. Get your money, move out. Cherie, we're going to have to come back 3 years later from my marriage. It's a scam. Get your money, get out the way.
Oh, my goodness. It's just, listen, it's just a good guy, man. I mean, you know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just a good guy coming with his version. He's standing for something, not falling for anything. Women, these are the type of men that, you know what I mean, that, traditionally
He's gonna be the first
would be
contestant
great.
on the Love Connection, y'all.
Yo, back
Sign
in the
up.
day, solid guys used to be praised for this type stuff. Got Mojo in here, Keith Scott. He's a little more toxic than these guys. However, still a good dude, hard worker. Ladies, we are going to do a love connection. So you're going to tap in with Cherie, and you're going to let her know that you want to be a
If
part
you
of the
feel
love
like
connection.
you got what it takes to get with Jax, sign up.
You know what I mean? We got
you
in a couple.
I only have one standard, man. If all you got to do is run a mile in under 10 minutes.
And y'all heard it.
That's it.
Y'all heard it tonight. Run a 10. What is it? Run a mile under 10 minutes.
We're going to put that on our requirements list. We're going to put quite a few questions to vet everybody out, just so we can, see who we're dealing with. But all in all, you know what I mean? This is a great conversation in terms of everybody and how we view expectations. You know what I mean? And everybody's viewpoint of it is different. However, again, when Jax, as a man, said, hey, I'm honoring what women have said to me in the past about having men that have not committed to me, having high expectations of me, I did not like that. And Jackson learned from that. He listened to women. And he said, you know what? I'm not going to have expectations of women that I do not commit to, because I don't have the right to do that. And he was tarred and he was feathered by the ladies. I just want to make that very clear. Ladies, you were given what you asked for, and that wasn't enough. Just wanted to make that clear. But as we fade out, Jax, please close us out. Give us one of your final statements, as we're closing out, please.
Man, all I got to say, man, is just do what make you happy. What makes me happy right now is being in my bubble, staying out the way. I also don't make enough money to deserve pussy, so I'm trying to get to that dollar amount, and then I can actually start having sex again.
Respectable.
So again, I'm doing what y'all have asked. You know what I'm saying? Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. If you
is out of control, yo.
If you are a woman who screamed out that part of the song when it comes on, I'm doing this for you. I'm staying out your face. I'm not trying to have sex with you until I get my money up. So I see y'all on the other side.
That's right. Hey, listen, ladies, he's gonna be dangerous when he get his shit together, because he's dangerous already. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't even
like that cat.
Soon as you get your money right, Jax. Soon as you get your money right and all that other good stuff, you're gonna be outside of they stratosphere, beloved. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm fucking all the bitches who just want me for my money.
There you go. There you go. You have the right to do that.
Oh my God, I can't.
It's in the song lyrics. Y'all sing it all the time. All right, I'm gonna close out real quick. I'm just gonna say, I just love having this dialogue with the beautiful people with different perspectives, and us having this dialogue, us having communication, definitely allows us to, have a better perspective on life, love, relationships, and even just ourselves. So for 2013, please do,
2023.
My bad. For 2023, please do push yourself, you know what I mean, to be the best version of yourself and whatever that might be, you know what I mean? So happy new to you guys until we see y'all next year, you know what I mean? And that's on me, you know what I mean? Signing off. What you got to say, Sheree? Close us out.
I'm sleepy. It's like, no, you know, this has been a great year for us. Like, I appreciate everybody coming on every Wednesday and supporting us every Wednesday, 8 p.m. with a new topic. These topics have been amazing. If anybody that missed any of these topics and would like to watch this full episode, it will be on our YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. That's the Davises and Friends. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll definitely see everybody 2023. And let's make this one count. I'm turning 40, so it's up.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, I just appreciate the support. And I'll see you guys in 2023.
Love Connection coming to y'all soon in 2023. Jax, my guy, we up, baby.
All right, y'all.